Fulton County is trying to put Young Thug back in jail. But let me tell you about the motion that the DA's office just filed to have Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug's probation revoked. Okay, so here's the motion, and it says that since Young Thug was sentenced, he has engaged in conduct that directly threatens the safety of witnesses and prosecutors, compromises ongoing legal proceedings, and warrants immediate revocation of probation. Revocation meaning revoke or cancel. And this all has to do with the
Hold on. They about to revoke this man's probation. Hold on, what?
Fulton County is trying to put Young Thug back in jail. But let me tell you about the motion that the DA's office just filed to have Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug's probation revoked. Okay, so here's the motion, and it says that since Young Thug was sentenced, he has engaged in conduct that directly threatens the safety of witnesses and prosecutors, compromises ongoing legal proceedings, and warrants immediate revocation of probation. Revocation meaning revoke or cancel. And this all has to do with the preliminary hearing that's been happening regarding Little Baby, 4PF, and OMF, because apparently Fulton County is trying to put a RICO on them. So there's this preliminary hearing that's been happening, and during the hearing, Detective Viverito, who is the detective that testified in the YSL case, was called to the stand. Apparently, there's an order for none of the witnesses in this preliminary hearing to be shown, but a, quote, known blogger deliberately violated the court's directive by posting on social media, quote, she doesn't want to be shown on screen. Well, here she is, along with a photograph of investigator Viverito. And here's where the state says that Young Thug messed up. On Tuesday, April 1st, after that known blogger made that post.
After Lil Wayne's tour bus was shot up, Thug actually went and spoke to police voluntarily. Thug actually went and spoke to police voluntarily. Thug actually went and spoke to police voluntarily. In the leaked audio, you can hear him bringing up Birdman, Pee Wee Roscoe, even breaking down Lil Wayne lyrics to investigators, like he's doing Rap Genius for the cops. Now this is wild because for the past year, Thug has been calling Gunna a rat for taking a plea deal in the YSL RICO case.
All right, y'all. One, I need y'all to hit the like button. And two, drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Everybody drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you are at. This is going to be a very important conversation to have that nobody else on YouTube is able to have. I've been somewhat paying attention to this Young Thug situation for years due to the fact that I come from Cleveland Avenue, which is the area in which Young Thug operates in. Let's just say that. And because of that, there's certain things that I may know and may not know because I don't want to get in any trouble and I don't want to get subpoenaed by anybody. So I don't know nothing. I'll just say that. But there are certain things that somebody may know that will tell me that this man, Young Thug, is a literal threat to our community. I've been following the case. I've been following a lot of different things. And what I want to discuss today is how Young Thug is literally the reincarnation of Marlo Stanfield from The Wire. Put a 1 in the chat, or either put your favorite season in the chat of The Wire if you're familiar with The Wire. If you're familiar with The Wire, put a 1 in the chat. And which season was your favorite season of The Wire? My favorite season of The Wire is when Marlo Stanfield was introduced. I looked at Marlo like, wow, this dude is evil. And I literally see Marlo Stanfield in Young Thug. And today we're actually going to do a documentary on Young Thug because I want to show y'all why I have so much of a problem with this young man. I know he makes good music, but I don't care. I care more about our community. He makes great music, but there's a side of him that a lot of people do not know. I do videos like this when I personally deem a person a threat to our community. From what I assume, I'm not going to say no because I don't want no problems, but from what I assume, Young Thug was literally the Marlo Stanfield of Atlanta. Young Thug aspired allegedly to be Marlo from The Wire. And for those of you who don't know, Marlo was a terrible, evil, disgusting person that, guess what, was real. Because some of y'all may say, well, Marlo was just a character in The Wire. No, The Wire was based on a true story. And hold on, everybody, say something. Somebody say something in the chat. Looks like my chat is frozen. Say something in the chat. Is my chat frozen? Is my chat frozen? Put one in the chat. I want to make sure my chat isn't frozen. Somebody said, I'm frozen. So put a 1 in the chat if you can see me. Put a 1 in the chat if you watched The Wire. And if you have not watched, if you have watched The Wire, which season, I want to make sure my chat is running. Okay. All right. Just want to make sure. All right. Cool. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you watched The Wire. Put a 1 in the chat if you watched The Wire. Okay. So back to what I was saying. Young Thug aspired to be Marlo Stanfield, and he even felt, and I've heard him say this himself. It was an interview. I don't know Young Thug personally, but not Marlo. Young Thug did an interview a long time ago, and he said he felt like Lil Wayne, remember Lil Wayne got his bus shot up? He said when he got around Lil Wayne, he felt like Lil Wayne did not respect him, because according to what I've learned about Lil Wayne, because I don't know Lil Wayne either, Lil Wayne is very off-putting, and if he doesn't know you, he's going to act like you don't exist. So when certain people, Birdman, because he started off with Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane literally found this dirty little person, which is Young Thug, and brought him to God damn it, Lil Wayne and Birdman. So Birdman brought him around, and then Lil Wayne was, he was at the top of his game, right? So Lil Wayne would look at Young Thug, and back then Young Thug looked literally like a little dirty, ugly little kid, right? He wasn't fashionable or nothing. He was just dirty and ugly. And Lil Wayne would just look at Young Thug like, sir, why are you around us? Like, who brought you here, right? And in this interview that Young Thug did, he literally said Lil Wayne would try to little bro me. And in his words, and in Young Thug's words, Young Thug said, I don't know why he's treating me like this. I'm a big stepper. Then he said this. This was crazy. I've been stepping so hard in Atlanta, my feet hurt. He said, yo, I'm a big stepper out here. I've been stepping so hard, my feet hurt. Does anybody knows what stepping means? Drop in the comments what stepping means in the hood. Somebody drop in the comments what stepping means in the hood. Some of y'all know, some of y'all may not know. What does stepping mean in the hood? What is the hood word for stepping? All right, nobody knows. Stepping in the hood means unaliving people. So for those who don't know, in this particular time where he was talking, he said, I'm a big stepper. I step so hard, my feet hurt, which means it means unaliving people. Not giving somebody money is okay. But what this means is he would allegedly make people go away, not because somebody was a threat to his life, but he would allegedly, and all this is alleged, I don't know nothing. He would allegedly, just like Marlo Stanfield, and that's the reason why I'm talking about this, just like Marlo Stanfield from The Wire, he would make people go away in order to gain validation from people that are above him. So he would get around Lil Wayne and Baby and would feel like he was Lil Bro. And his way of seeking validation from these people, it wasn't his ability to rap. It was his ability to allegedly get rid of people. And this was his words. He didn't say that. He said the stepping part, not the unaliving people. But for those who know. But who is Marlo? There's a show called The Wire. For those who don't know about The Wire, put a 1 in the chat if you watch The Wire. Put a 1 in the chat if you watch The Wire. Marlo Stanfield was a notorious gangster in Baltimore who enjoyed, keyword enjoyed, and that is the reason why I literally see Young Thug as the reincarnation of Marlo, because Young Thug, according to what I have heard, these two men, Marlo and Young Thug, got enjoyment out of stepping. Marlo Stanfield was a notorious gangster in Baltimore that enjoyed getting rid of people, black people in particular, all black people that spoke negatively about his name. Marlo Stanfield was famous for saying, "My name is my name." And if anybody talks negatively about Marlo Stanfield, we gonna see about him. And if anybody has followed what Young Thug used to do, same thing went on with him. You call Young Thug to show up in a video with a whole dress on, look like a whole female, and would dare somebody to call him gay. He would say gay shit in interviews. It was one time when he said he was getting interviewed and he said, "Yeah, we used to be in Juvenile and we used to be so bored where we'll just be sitting around, we'll just be laying around fucking." And the interview was like, "Excuse me?" And Jeffrey was like, Young Thug, huh? No, what did you say? I didn't say nothing. You just, well, you were in a female jail or something? He's like, huh? You just, and he just, I don't know what you're talking about. So he would say little things like that over and over again. He would wear dresses. He would wear fingernail polish. He would show everybody that he's gay, but dare somebody to call him gay. It was two people in particular that he checked that were the tough guys of the rap game. One person was The Game, the rapper The Game. His people caught The Game, and this is facts. His people caught The Game in Lenox Square Mall and made The Game apologize to Young Thug. This is a fact. The Game was like, "Man, what's up with these gay rappers, man? These gay ass, right?" And one day The Game was in Atlanta and he was walking through the mall, Lenox Square Mall to be exact, and Jeffrey's goons ran up on him inside of the mall pulled out his phone and said, hey, I need you to call. We're going to call Jeffrey, which is Young Thug. And on the phone, you're going to literally apologize to Young Thug for calling him gay. And if you don't, we're going to shut this whole mall down. And the game apologized. And after the game apologized to Young Thug, the game apologized online to everybody else. This is what type of person Young Thug was, or he aspired to be. You speak on my name, we gonna find you. The other person was damn. Hold on. Who was dating Brittany Renner? What rapper was dating Brittany Renner? Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates was the same scenario. Kevin Gates said, I would never do a song with no dude who wears dresses. Kevin Gates got pulled up on. All the tough rappers. Kevin Gates turns around and does a song with Young Thug 2 months later. There's a New York rapper that I'm not going to speak on. Said the same thing about him. He flew out or drove out, I don't know, Young Thug and them, drove out to that man's house and pulled out his phone and said, I'm in front of so-and-so's house 3 o'clock in the morning. Literally. Young Thug and his people literally drove out to a rapper's house who called Young Thug gay and got online 3 o'clock in the morning and was like, yo, I'm in front of so-and-so's house. That person apologized. So when I say Young Thug aspired to be Marlo Stanfield of The Wire, I am not joking. And some of you may say, because I don't know if I said this, but I just want to make sure I reiterate this. The movie or the show The Wire was a true story. There was a real life Marlo Stanfield that used to unalive people in Baltimore. It was a depiction on a real life person. So The Wire was 100% a true story. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Thug allegedly may have been doing the same things Marlo was doing in Baltimore, in Atlanta, specifically in the area of Cleveland Avenue, also known as Bleveland Avenue, because Bloods don't like using the letter C. All right, so now I let y'all know why we're here. Let's get down this rabbit hole. Everybody say going down the rabbit hole in the chat. Everybody say going down the rabbit hole in the chat. Actually, I want to say this real quick. Speaking of The Wire, I just explained the whole premise of the show, October 3 '74. What in the world? But everybody dropped everybody dropped a rabbit hole emoji, rabbit, and then the hole. Just dropped a picture of the rabbit and a picture of the hole. Everybody dropped the rabbit hole emojis in the chat. October 3 '74. I just literally explained the premise of the picture show. Okay. One thing I want to point out, speaking of The Wire, Young Thug literally is Marlo Stanfield and Omar of The Wire. And y'all know why. I'll say it again. Young Thug is literally Marlo Stanfield mixed with Omar all in one person. And you already know why I say mixed with Omar. I'm just going to leave that right there. Okay. She said I'm washing dishes. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So let's get into this. We're going to break this down. So the reason why this is important right here, this part right here, is because I want y'all to see the aspiration. I want y'all to see the jealousy. This man was jealous of other rappers. And just like Jay-Z did, this man, Young Thug, aspired to not only be good as a rapper, but he wanted to dominate the rap game by manipulating other rappers and getting rid of other rappers. Because part of this story is literally Young Thug running around manipulating different rappers into not messing with other rappers. Okay, Marlo never wore a dress. But who did wear a dress in The Wire? Or who did do some gay type of shit in The Wire, Nikki? I literally said he's a reincarnation of Marlo and Omar. Thank you. That's why I put Omar in there. So let's go. And Cash App is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Cash App is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. If you want to contribute to the channel, drop $10, $5, $20, $500, whatever y'all want to do, and contribute to the channel. Buy me lunch if y'all are enjoying this show thus far, because nobody on YouTube is going to talk about this. All right, let's go. This is Young Thug and him. 21 Savage.
Yo.
Bruh.
Yo.
What's going on? You good?
Yeah, what's going on?
Man, chilling. Where you at? You in the town?
Nah, I'm on the west.
Man, bro, I'm trying to drop an album the same day gonna drop, bro. You need to. Y'all sent you a song. Put a verse on it.
That nigga ain't send me no song.
It's in your text message.
I ain't see no song. When he supposed to drop? Man, that nigga ain't finna drop.
He dropped Friday, nigga. How the hell you think I ain't gonna know he signed me?
So right here, he says, I want to drop a song or album the same time Gunna drops. Then he turns around and says, yeah, I know when he's going to drop. He signed to me. So I want y'all to think about this. This was crazy. Gunna is signed to Young Thug, but Young Thug is so egotistical where he wants to step on Gunna's album release date by dropping an album himself. But he signed to you. But this is the mentality. I'm trying to show y'all the mentality of Young Thug and why Young Thug is this weird, maniacal, evil human. If you're signed to my record label, I want your album to do well because I will make money off of you. But this man is so crazy where he wants to step on his album release with his album. You want to compete with your own people. Who in the record industry did that? Does anybody know? There's somebody else that did the same shit. Drop rat hole instead of rabbit hole emoji. Rat and then hole, or either rabbit and then hole. Y'all are hilarious. Yeah, as Isaiah said it. Yes, yes, yes. Who in the record industry did the same type of shit? Diddy and Jay-Z would do the same shit. Yes. These niggas are psycho. Diddy literally, allegedly, got rid of, unalived his own artist. This is what I'm saying. Some of these men are psychos. Jay-Z didn't unalive nobody, but Jay-Z would drop, because I don't know if y'all know this, but Jay-Z literally did not want any other artist. Do y'all remember when Jay-Z took over Def Jam? Do y'all remember? Say yes or no in the chat. Do y'all remember the year that Jay-Z retired from rap? He retired and then became the executive or the president of Def Jam Records. Do y'all remember that? Every artist that was trying to come out with music, Jay-Z would step on their song and would not let them release the album. LL Cool J tried to come out. DMX tried to come out. Who else was on the Def Jam? He would not allow anybody to come out with an album. And everybody was like, yo, what is you doing? Because guess what? Just like Young Thug with Gunna, Jay-Z was jealous of DMX. There was an interview where Jay-Z literally said, like, yo, I remember one year where Rockefeller and the Rough Riders did a tour together. They was going to do like a 13 to 20 city tour. Jay-Z was about to come out. He was the headliner, right? So, you know, Jay-Z was a headliner. So he was going to come out with a Hard Knock Life is a Hard Knock Life for us and just tear it down, right? Because it was a #1 album at the time, right? Next thing you know, they went on tour and Jay-Z said this himself. And remember, the reason why I'm bringing up Jay-Z and DMX was because Jay-Z actually stopped DMX from putting out music, because DMX was literally, he came out with 3 albums, 3 #1 albums in 1 year. So they went on tour and Jay-Z said himself, he said, I'm about to come out on stage. I'm the headliner. I'm feeling good. You know, we starting this tour. And I look outside, you know, out on the stage, and DMX was coming on stage, right? And DMX came out, and all of a sudden, everybody was like, ah! And Jay-Z was like, okay. They like this DMX guy. This was DMX's first album. He was like, okay, they like DMX. He came out there with no shirt on. And he came out on stage like, doom, doom. Jay-Z said this. And I don't know if y'all remember that his first album, the album started off with dun, dun. It was like this really scary, the shit was scary, right? And then next thing you know, DMX would do his thing. And then at the end of his set, before Jay-Z was about to come out, DMX started crying because he would end his thing with a prayer. Lord, or Father God, we come before you. He got his shirt off. He's ripped. Everybody's like, ah! Right? Next thing you know, the women are in the crowd just crying like, God, please forgive me. And next thing you know, Jay-Z was like, yo, what the fuck is this? What the hell are we doing? And Jay-Z was like, I gotta come out after this. The crowd is crying. He got his shirt off. He got the whole crowd like crying, like, please forgive me too. And then Jay-Z was like, how do I come out talking about the hard knock life? Like, what is a hard knock life for us while everybody crying? Ain't nobody gonna be singing is a hard knock life for us while everybody got them crying. So Jay-Z literally ended DMX's career by becoming the president of Def Jam when DMX was the hottest rapper in the world. And then Diddy, this nigga literally, allegedly unalived Biggie because Biggie was the hottest rapper in the world. And then what did Diddy do after Biggie died? Came out with, "We will always love Big Papa." And then, I've been missing you. He literally became the hottest rapper in the world after allegedly unaliving Biggie. He came out with a whole No Way Out album after allegedly unaliving his own goddamn artist. So going back to Young Thug, Diddy and Jay-Z were the two most weirdest, most diabolical humans that ever rap lyrics. They both had artists under them and sabotaged their own goddamn artists. So with Young Thug, he is looking to do the same shit to his own goddamn artist. All right, so I had to show y'all that so y'all can get an understanding of why I'm showing y'all the diabolical side of Young Thug. This man is an evil villain. And thank you so much, Ashley Harmon, for becoming a member. Thank you so much.
He dropped Friday for sure.
Man, 100% Friday.
All right, so this is a jail call with him and 21 Savage, and he wants 21 Savage to be on his album because he wants to step on Gunna's album coming out.
I can hold his shit back if I want to. If my album don't be ready, I can hold it back. But Drake already sent the song called, the name of my album, I'm going to drop my album on the same day he dropped, and it's called Business is Business. Then I'm going to drop an album the very next week after that. It's going to be a singing album, and it's called Love You Later.
Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. The lights are down. The lights are down. I need everybody watching. Hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.
Yeah. What song? Hold on, I'm about to send it to you.
When you going to go to the Yo and do it for me, bro?
Yeah.
You might be asleep.
Yeah, I got it. Nah, I'm on the way to this shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna just tell him, book one. You good? No?
Most definitely. I'm really trying to fuck nigga whole shit up.
You been drinking water, right?
Most definitely. But that's all they got to do.
This man is in jail.
That's all the folks got.
He's in jail.
I fed a little water, bro.
Yeah.
You been drinking it?
He said you've been drinking water.
And play this fun dating card game. We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend,
Candidate.
a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Card game. And to have our asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
The only 3 people you know on this case. Ain't now one of them committed no crime. So who the fuck is you talking about? You know YSL members on this case that committed crimes in furtherance of the game.
Anything else you want to talk to me about?
Nothing right now.
All right, man.
Mr. Williams, you did.
Whatever.
You were wonderful today.
Listen,
Yes, sir.
Promises. Make promises. Just keep promises. Whatever you in. This man is in an interrogation room, and the interrogator said, "You did wonderful today." Like he's in 3rd grade or something, and he turned it around and said, "Promises, promises, promise you don't put this out nowhere." But it gets worse. Anytime you ever think you want to know anything, tell me. I'll tell you anything. But don't tell the world.
What's your number?
Yes, you can.
Hey.
I don't have your number.
He said, if it's anything that you want to hear, I'll tell it.
Well, give it to me. If you ain't going to have your...
Yeah. Okay. He said that phone works. It's my phone.
Okay, but you give it to him real quick.
Because some people, man,
baby, you get that motherfucker in a heartbeat.
You got to
I go buy me a phone and you already gonna have it.
Do you want me to give you my card, or you don't want my card? Because some people don't, and when they're in jail, they don't want to have like a cop's card because they worry that they gotta think I'm snitching or something. You don't care?
No.
You don't want it. Okay. Well, because I mean, you ain't on the level with the other guys, so you could say, "No, I ain't snitching." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm saying you on a different level than. I'm saying you on a different level than the other people.
Most of the shit, what you saying to put in songs already.
But this what he did. He made, which they still got to prove the shit though, which I don't think they're gonna ever be able to prove because it's just not a game. He gave the jurors the agreement that it's a gang. He said YSL is a gang, and he know people in this on this trial who committed crimes in furtherance of the gang. That means you did it. You saying, you see what I'm saying? You don't know nobody on this case. Yeah. That's a lie. That's a full-blown lie. I know individuals on this case that committed crimes in furtherance of the gang. Like you committed, people just so you can say slime big. Like that's real. That's what RICO is. That's RICO. So if a nigga get found guilty on RICO, nigga, you really you got a nigga lights up, nigga.
Yeah.
And you are 100% black. You don't know nobody on the case. I ain't ever committed no crime. Duke ain't committed no crime. Yak ain't committed no crime. Them the only 3 people you know on this case. Ain't now one of them committed no crime. So who the fuck is you talking about? You know YSL members on this case that committed crimes. Case charges. Ain't now one of these charges showing you that somebody committed a crime in furtherance of a gang. That's what they got to prove. They got to prove that these people who killed these people, you did it to make YSL bigger. Not you did it because he shot at you or y'all shot at each other or whatever reason it is. They trying to prove that you did it in furtherance of a gang. You did it to make your gang bigger. They can't prove no shit like that. Ain't nobody committed no crime to make no gang bigger because it ain't no fucking gang.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So for you to say that, it's just like, boom, now you got a nigga who they say a big dog of this shit saying it, agreeing to it, pleading guilty to it. Now nigga gotta fight you in court, bro. And you lying. That's 100% lie. You don't even know you don't know nobody on that motherfucking case but me, and Duke, nigga. The only 3 people you know on the case. So who the fuck is you talking about? Them folks made you lie. Them folks said, nigga, YSL must end. That nigga said, yeah, ma'am, nigga.
Yeah, fuck that nigga, bro.
Nigga, get out of jail. Somebody goddamn
So right here is the first person that Young Thug tried or has turned against Gunna. What this man is doing is he is turning every rapper in Atlanta against Gunna. And what he essentially has done is broke up the synergy of all of these Atlanta rappers. Just like with the whole Drake thing, Drake and Atlanta rappers, it started to be an issue because Drake started smashing everybody's girl. But then this nigga turns around and does the same thing in Atlanta to people in Atlanta. So the same way Drake started problems with because Drake literally started the beef with Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar wasn't even thinking about Drake, but Drake kept dissing Kendrick Lamar, and Kendrick Lamar finally came out and started dissing Drake back and ruined Drake's career. And then part of the way Kendrick Lamar dissed Drake is saying that stop going to Atlanta and stealing the Atlanta swag. And he called him like what did he call him? A colonizer, right? So he called Drake, because he's from another country, a colonizer by coming to Atlanta, stealing everybody's style, right? And that actually caused Drake to have a problem with people in Atlanta, because Drake was accused to be a colonizer. So now everybody in Atlanta is all screwed up because they're no longer going to be able to get a Drake feature. So they like, all right, we just going to shit on Drake and make Drake the worst rapper in the world, along with, you know, what Kendrick Lamar's diss records is doing. So now Drake is over. It's over for Drake. Drake is done. So what this man is or was trying to do is do Gunna the same way and make Gunna like Drake, where his career is over, by putting everybody in Atlanta against Gunna. So this isn't just about somebody snitching, who's snitching. This is the diabolical nature of this man, along with Jay-Z, along with Diddy, along with Marlo Stanfield, by getting rid of people, whether it's unaliving people in the hood like Marlo Stanfield, or trying to ruin other rappers' careers in the rap game. So this is a diabolical nature of trying to get rid of people in different ways in order for you to feel validated. And that is the reason why, from a human standpoint, why Young Thug is a terrible human being, because he does not care about human lives. And I'm not saying that he did anything. I'm just saying he doesn't care about human lives. And on top of that, he does not care about other people's careers that share the mic with him. And this makes him a terrible, disgusting human being.
What's up, bro? Like, man, what? I just feel like I'd rather die before I lie on somebody. I don't give a fuck what's going on. And I don't give what you can't take. What God ain't putting you in no situation you can't take. Man, sit your ass down somewhere, bro. Sit down. That nigga, bro, we got 9 megabytes of goddamn of discovery. Man, Gunna ain't in one piece of paper. That man was walking.
Yeah, I know.
Scot free.
So.
Man, nigga ain't in one piece of paper, bro. Bro, like, man, I don't know what the fuck Gunna locked up for. He been saying that the whole time. He like, man, I do not understand why Sergio Kitchens is locked up. He like, I just hope he's just strong, man.
Sergio Kitchens is Gunna.
And I hope he's strong. If anybody beat this charge, he say, if anybody beat the charge, Sergio Kitchens beat the charge first. Ain't no jury in the world sending him to prison. Nigga, Brian telling me this day one. Ain't no jury sending him to prison. No jury. There's a lot of people that got to fight, man. Gunna don't got to fight. No jury sending him to prison, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Just like shit, like just knowing that, and then man, that shit, man, nigga dead ass.
I wonder, do he feel?
All right, so let's get to this.
He for sure from the stuff, because when everybody get the goddamn just showing that they ain't fucking with him, and no features and all that shit.
You hear that, right? When everybody shows that we're not fucking with him, you see what this diabolical man is doing. So now he's presently affecting 21 Savage. So he's literally, he done snitched on everybody. The same man that is accusing Gunna of snitching has been accused of snitching. But before everybody found out that Young Thug was a snitch, he is running around trying to put all kinds of crap on Gunna's name by calling him a snitch, by making everybody hate Gunna. So it gets even worse.
I just don't want to speak on the nigga, like, cause that shit just make the city look bad. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't just.
But just being always real, I understand what you're saying too. But It's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like the old days. It's supposed to be like that. A rat so don't supposed to get no play, period. Like, ain't nothing. Jump out a bridge, Jack. Ain't nothing. I don't give a damn about none of that. Ain't
They
nothing.
told you about that video?
What video?
You have 1 minute remaining.
They was in the club and goddamn, they played my song with him and Wham. And as soon as his part came on, the whole club just stopped singing. Stopped dancing, stopped moving.
Yeah, that.
They was just looking around like.
Yeah.
Listen to him laughing. Listen to him laughing.
It supposed to be no other way. Man, it supposed to be no other way. No other way. But you did.
You hear him laughing.
Bro.
Oh, God.
Come on, boy.
I'm finna goddamn walking this little meeting with these lawyers and
I love you, bro.
I love you too. Call me tomorrow, bro.
All right.
Around this same time.
All right.
All right, love you.
All right, it gets worse.
Thank you for using Global Telling.
He did the same thing P did.
So now that was Young Thug spending an hour, because I didn't play the whole thing, an hour trying to get 21 Savage to hate Gunna, right? So now this is Young Thug talking to Lil Baby, trying to get Lil Baby to hate this person. Because some of y'all don't know who these people are. So let's just play and I'll explain a little bit.
Stood up in court. Man, that was Wham. Man, Wham, that was your ever get too, rocking with the motherfucking rat.
So Wham is Lil Baby and P is the record executive that put out the Migos, Lil Wayne, I mean not Lil Wayne, Lil Yachty and Lil Baby. So he's trying to now get the person that signed Lil Baby and made Lil Baby a multimillionaire. Thug is trying to get him to hate QC, which is Quality Control, which is the record company, and specifically P. P actually called the police on somebody that tried to kill him after killing his friend. So I'll say it again. P from the record label QC had somebody kill his or unalive his best friend, and his best friend had 5 kids. And the guy was trying to unalive P also, but P called the police on him. And P was like, yo, I don't want to get killed. I don't want no problems. Like, you know, so it wasn't snitching. Somebody's trying to kill me. All right. So now he's trying to call him a snitch for calling the police on somebody that's trying to kill him.
Man, you be preaching about that shit too, man. You can't do that, man. That's a fact, bro. You dead wrong about that anyway. Nigga a rat, bro. I understand all that. A nigga help put you on. Listen, man. That nigga is a rat. I don't give a fuck what help. That nigga give me $1 million.
And when he said, you turning your back on somebody to put you on, Young Thug taught Lil Baby how to rap. Lil Baby was a trap boy, and he was just like, yo, I'd rather just trap. I'd rather make money. And Young Thug was like, no, bro, it's money in this rap game. Come and rap. I'll teach you. And he literally taught Lil Baby how to rap. And then Lil Baby got to be so big and good, pause, where he literally got signed with QC. And that was when the Migos was at the highest level. So next thing you know, he got on at the right time with Quality Control, and he became one of the biggest rappers in the country also. But instead of seeing what QC did, Young Thug is like, yo, I'm the one who taught you how to rap. If it wasn't for me, you'll still be in the hood. So that's what's going on right here.
Man, you're a rat. Whatever you're talking about.
He is a rat.
The chain gang. Imagine telling on the nigga and the nigga still beat the Kato.
They preach evil. They go commit crimes and put it on songs. That's how they was able to give them. and they used the songs against him. So Boosie killed 9 people, went to trial for 5. Used a 16-year-old to kill 5 people, and this kid didn't make over $50,000. He paid $2,000 per hit.
So right here, I don't like Boosie. I don't talk about Boosie because Boosie don't really be doing shit. And I'll say this. I'm happy Boosie is about to go back to prison. See, Boosie did his time in prison. So I'm not mad at Boosie because for those who don't know, I never liked Boosie. Boosie, badass, literally used to put out hits on people. And the people that he would get to do the hits was little 16-year-old boys. I don't like Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti is a piece of shit. So Young Thug is a piece of shit. Yo Gotti is a piece of shit. Boosie is a piece of shit. Why? Because all 3 of these men allegedly go to young boys and say, yo, I'll give you $20,000 to Marlo Stanfield somebody. You know, Marlo Stanfield from The Wire. Boosie, Yo Gotti, and Young Thug are the same goddamn people. And Marlo. They all used to allegedly Marlo Stanfield people via little 16-year-old boys. These men are pieces of shit. So that's what this guy is talking about. I don't necessarily rock with him, but he is speaking facts right here. I think this Charleston dude is I don't mess with him, but this is what he's talking about. So Boosie is a piece of shit, Thug is a piece of shit, and Yo Gotti is a piece of shit. Because they all would allegedly get young boys to Marlo Stanfield people. And we'll talk about Marlo Stanfield in a minute.
Can't sleep at night. You done killed 9 people and you can't tell nobody about it? And you a baby? He was a baby. And y'all got more mercy for Boosie. And he still rap about what I'm being on death row. And he cried. He was in protective custody. Ask Eric Brown, who was in Angola with him. And look, he's solid. Bit Boosie a hoe. That's why I want to get him in the boxing ring and on his diabetic jaw. He even said in the song, he the top 5. He done misled more juveniles in America than Tupac. Boosie should be sentenced to the higher end of the maximum sentencing guideline. I want y'all to understand that there's only one mother corner. Beat me down, Betty. Beat me down, you did.
Shots were fired at the tour bus of Grammy-winning rapper Lil Wayne.
Let him know where he is.
For those of you who don't know, it is known in Atlanta that this man, Young Thug, was jealous of Lil Wayne because Lil Wayne was the top guy. And remember, because we're gonna talk about the baby. I mean, not the baby. Baby. We're gonna talk about him also. So, like I said, Gucci Mane discovered Thug, brought Thug to Baby, which is Birdman. Birdman looked at him like the next Lil Wayne, right? And Lil Wayne was like, who is this nigga? Like, get this nigga out of here. And Thugger, like I said earlier, felt offended because in his mind, he was like, yo, I've allegedly unalived more people than y'all have. I'm running around unaliving everybody in Atlanta. Why don't y'all respect me for unaliving people? Because stupidly in the hood, if you unalive other black people, that's how you get your stripes. So this man has stripes according to himself, because he said it. He said, I'm a big stepper and I've stepped on so many people. Well, I've been stepping so hard that my feet hurt. So he's offended by Lil Wayne and takes Lil Wayne's, I would say, his attitude towards him, and is just like, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of Lil Wayne. And then all of a sudden, Lil Wayne, his tour bus gets shot up. Yes, sir, says, I'm confused. Was Thugger talking about Lil Baby in his tweet or Baby, the CEO of Cash Money? It was actually Baby of Cash Money. I actually changed the thumbnail, the wording in the thumbnail. Well, not the thumbnail, the description. It was Baby, not Lil Baby. So that was my mistake. So yeah, it was Baby. But with all that being said, he was talking about Birdman. But in that tweet, the tweet did say every rapper in Atlanta is the blank word. So he said all of your favorite rappers in Atlanta be taking blank. So that includes who? Lil Baby. So even though he wasn't specifically talking about that, he was talking about everybody. So it is what it is. Yeah, Birdman is a CEO. So Guwap brought Thugger to Birdman. And then Birdman started seeing him like a top artist. Lil Wayne was looking at him like, man, who is this nigga? Get this nigga out of here. And he was very indifferent towards Thugger. Thugger looked at that as, oh, you think I'm out here playing. I'll get rid of you, nigga. So he turned around and allegedly, because it came out in court documents, that he got Lil Wayne's tour bus shot up. So that's what's going on right here. But that is how much of a terrible person Thugger is.
See, you used to be a Crip, now you're a Blood.
Young Hug, young
Atlanta police are on the scene of a triple shooting.
Did you kill them?
Many of you will know Atlanta has been at the forefront of rap for the past several years, producing some of the biggest names in the industry and shaping the sound of modern hip-hop. But behind the superstar rappers and platinum records is a horrifying and brutal world of gang violence and crime, where deadly rivalries and illicit activities cast a dark shadow over the city's thriving rap culture, with Young Thug's YSL crew being accused of allegedly terrorizing the streets of Atlanta, whether it was selling, robbing, or shooting. Thug has.
So that is the reason why I say he is a detriment to our community. Let me say this to add to what this man just said. When Young Thug went to jail, let's see, how long did Young Thug stay in jail? I think 2 years. 2 years? 2.5 years. Young Thug went to jail for 2 years. Do you know, and this is a fact, in those 2 years, the crime rate went from up here because Young Thug was out of jail and Marlo Stanfielding people, allegedly. And then when he went to jail, the crime rate went down here. This is a fact. You can look it up. The crime rate and the murder rate was up here. There is a fact. I live in Atlanta. It is an absolute fact. You go to a gas station and get gas on Cleveland Avenue, your ass will get carjacked. It is a fact. If you live in Atlanta, put a 1 in the chat. If you get gas on Godby Road, if you get gas on Cleveland Avenue, if you get gas on Metropolitan, your ass will get carjacked. It is a fact. You will get unalived by simply getting gas. That is a fact. That was going on. That was what was going on Cleveland Avenue, that whole area. I'm from Zone 3. I am from Zone 3. Carver Homes, or the old Carver Homes. I'm from Zone 3. Cleveland Avenue area, Pryor Road area. That's where I grew up. So I take all this shit personally. I hung on Cleveland Avenue when I was young. So all this shit is personal to me. I'm from Zone 3. Zone 6, shout out to Too Cool. Too Cool. Wait, Too Cool, you from Zone 6 or you from Detroit? I'm from, oh, you from Detroit. Okay. Y'all got zones in Detroit? Too cool. The Zone 6 is East Side. But I'm from Zone 3, Cleveland Avenue. So I'm from Cleveland Avenue. I'm from all this shit, right? So when Young Thug went to jail for 2 years, the crime rate, the murder rate in that area in Zone 3, crime rates went to 0. Well, not 0, but it went so low, it was close to 0. Literally. Because Young Thug was part of the goddamn problem. Just needed to say that. Just in case you're wondering, like, yo, why are you going so hard on Umar Johnson? Fuck Umar Johnson. Why are you going so hard on Diddy? Fuck Diddy. Why are you going so hard on Young Thug? I'm not going to say fuck Young Thug because I don't want to die. So I'm not going to go that far. But I don't necessarily like Young Thug, and it's not personal. I just think he's a detriment to our community. And if anybody pulls up on me under Young Thug, I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police. I am a citizen. I will call the goddamn police. I will get all you niggas locked up. And Young Thug, you are on 20-year or 15-year long probation. Your ass will go back to prison fucking with me. I will tell on all you niggas. So if you ever catch me out, you pull up on me and you say, hey, I seen your YouTube video. Police, help, 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 please help me. I'm screaming every goddamn word I can. I'm calling the police on you niggas. All right? Your ass will go under the prison fucking with me. Your ass is on probation. Play with me if you goddamn want to. Your ass will go back to prison fucking with me. So I'm not going to say anything bad about you, but I'm going to do this and say, I don't fancy you, sir. I'll just say that in the lightest way I can, because I don't want no problems. I don't want to die, but your ass don't want to go to prison because you was in jail, not prison. I put your ass in prison.
Found himself linked to many street crimes over the past decade, which could land him in prison for the rest of his life. Even though some of you may see Thug as the guy that poses naked on his album covers or wears dresses, you must not ignore the fact he grew up on Cleveland Avenue, considered one.
See, I know who Young Thug used to be. Young Thug, Jeffrey, was a dirty little, jealous little hood snipe that got an opportunity and jumped at the opportunity. But this is who Young Thug started off as.
One of Atlanta's most dangerous hoods, which led Thug into a life of street crime and violence from an early age, which may have been one of the reasons he's had so many altercations in his career. So here are the victims of Young Thug. Throughout the early stages of his career, Young Thug earned many comparisons to the 5-time Grammy winner Lil Wayne. Now Thug was never shy about the influence Wayne had on him.
So he got Lil Wayne's bus shot up. He allegedly, because all this is in court documents, allegedly orchestrated the hit on a huge asset to Zone 3 Atlanta. All this is Zone 3 issues. And that's the reason why I have an issue, because I'm from Zone 3. It's a guy named Nut, N-U-T. He allegedly orchestrated the hit on Nut. Nut is no longer here. He's dead. The barbershop Nut was in got shot up, and it was an orchestrated hit on Nut. So when I say this man was Marlo Stanfield of Atlanta, I'm dead ass serious.
Even all the way back at the beginning of his career in 2011, 19-year-old Young Thug stated that one day he would sign to Lil Wayne's Young Money Records, which was his own label imprint under Birdman's Cash Money.
Okay, so what's next for Young Thug? Who should we look forward to you working with, do music, any mixtapes gonna come out? What can we expect in 2011?
Wayne, Young Money, working with them.
You are right now?
No.
Are you going to? You're going to.
Yeah, Young Money, we're coming.
Now fast forward to 2014, Young Thug would start making a lot of buzz with his singles.
Somebody says, who is Nut? Nut is a huge figure in the Zone 3 area, specifically Mechanicsville. So Nut was a huge figure in Mechanicsville projects. So you got Mechanicsville, you got Carver Homes, you got Joyland, you got Ammo Heights, then you got Cleveland Avenue. The whole Cleveland Avenue was just Cleveland Avenue area. It used to be Stewart Avenue. Now it's Metropolitan. All this is Zone 3. So what happens is certain people would try to take over the entire zone. Like, T.I. was famous for talking about what? Bankhead, right? Bankhead was his own zone. Cleveland Avenue, Mechanicsville was Zone 3, and y'all already know Guwap was over the entire Zone 6, which is the east side. So certain people look to run the entire zone, and the zone included probably like 12 different hoods in that same zone. So you know how New York has boroughs? In Atlanta, we have zones.
Stoner and Danny Glover, which would elevate his status within the industry and was now being spotted working with the likes of Drake and Kanye West, with him also signed to Gucci Mane's 1017 label just around a year prior. In the January of 2014, Young Thug would give one of his first interviews since his 2011 one, which I showed previously, in which he continued showing how much he looked up to Lil Wayne. Thug told Complex, he has 10 to 15 years in the game on top, and the fact he knows he can lean back and retire and he still doesn't. I hope Wayne is listening. I want to get in the studio with Wayne more than anybody in the world. I'll get in the studio with Wayne before Michael Jackson right now,
So right here, Young Thug, as a young, dirty individual from Cleveland Avenue, his aspiration in life was to rap next to Lil Wayne. In order to get next to Lil Wayne, he had to become Marlo Stanfield from The Wire, which is building his street cred up by Marlo Stanfielding different ops on Cleveland Avenue, right? He got with Guwap. Guwap sent him to Cash Money, and then now he had the aspiration, the dream has come true to rap next to Lil Wayne. But the problem is Lil Wayne don't like people. Lil Wayne is a drug addict. Lil Wayne has been a drug addict. Lil Wayne does not even live in this planet. Lil Wayne don't even know who the fuck certain rappers are. So Lil Wayne is so messed up in the head where he don't be knowing who the hell he is or where the hell he is. So next thing you know, Young Thug finally gets the opportunity to be near his idol, and Lil Wayne don't even see you, and Lil Wayne is just like this, and Thug is over here. And Lil Wayne is just looking over here, and Thug is like, yo, what's up, what's up, Wayne? I'm your biggest fan. And Lil Wayne is like, and Thug is like, excuse me, Mr. Lil Wayne, stop talking to me. I'm looking in his space. Leave me alone. Stop talking to me, you little piece of shit. And Thug is like, I built my whole life to get next to you and rap next to you and be next to you, and you don't even see me, you don't even hear me. And because Young Thug is a Marlo Stanfield from The Wire, he's like, oh, you think I'm a pussy? No, Lil Wayne is on drugs. So he took something personal that he wasn't supposed to take personal. Lil Wayne is a drug addict. He don't know what the hell is going on when he takes a piss. He probably pees in the goddamn sink instead of the toilet. He don't know his ass from a hole in the ground. This man is a drug addict. Lil Wayne is gone. Literally gone. But you take his goneness, his non-presentness, personal, and you're like, oh, I'm going to get his tour bus shot up. So that's what's going on. He hated Lil Wayne because Lil Wayne did not see him as a human, as a fellow rapper.
I hope you're listening. Now, in the February of 2014, Thug would start being constantly spotted with Birdman and would even put out a couple tweets. Rich Gang YMCMB family, and would then share another image with him and Birdman captioned blessing at Birdman 5-star and I #studio work hard play hard. Now it seemed like this association had people theorizing that Thug could be signing to Birdman's Cash Money. Well, in an interview with Mass Appeal in the same month, he would be asked if he was now part of the Cash Money label, to which he responded with, yeah, I signed, which would actually cause a lot of confusion among fans, as of course everyone knew Young Thug was signed to Gucci Mane. Well, in a BuzzFeed article in 2014, the truth would be exposed, and basically even though Thug signed a legal contract with Gucci Mane, however, soon after he ended up in jail for violating
Gucci Mane went to jail at the time.
His parole, and with Thug being known as a street kid, paperwork and legal matters weren't important to him. So if Gucci Mane was in jail, his contract with 1017 was basically no longer valid to him. So he ended up signing another deal with Atlantic Records for a mere $15,000 advance, which was horrifyingly low compared to the millions other budding artists were signing for. However, it wasn't all bad for Thug, as around this period in 2014, Birdman did say he was interested in bringing in Thug to his label, which would make sense as Thug was constantly with the group. At South by Southwest, Thug, Wayne and Birdman will all be on stage together, which would actually be the first time Thug met his icon Lil Wayne, where it seemed like he also welcomed him to the team by bringing Thug out to perform his single Two Bitches. However, all this speculation would end after it would come out in the June of 2014.
Lil Wayne didn't even know he existed. Lil Wayne was like, huh? Who? Because Lil Wayne is gone. Lil Wayne don't know what the hell is going on.
Thug officially signed to 300 Entertainment. Now, even though Thug wasn't signed to Birdman, he still took him under his wing to mentor him into a superstar. As in the June of 2014, Birdman, Young Thug, and fellow Atlanta rapper Rich Homie Quan would drop their single Lifestyle alongside a music video. These three would release a song under the Rich Gang moniker, which was something like a new generation spin-off of Cash Money Records.
So now we talked about this man, Marlo Stanfielding people, getting rid of people, allegedly. Where is Rich Homie Quan? So we got Lil Wayne's tour bus getting shot up. Just as a warning, you got Nut, who was a huge part of Zone 3 in Atlanta. He literally ran Zone 3. Nut gets unalived, so Nut is dead, and then all of a sudden, Rich Homie Quan is dead. Do y'all see the pattern?
The song,
just like Diddy, allegedly makes his own wife, Kim Porter, go away. His own artist, Biggie, go away. Do y'all see the pattern? Marlo Stanfield
would end up becoming a viral hit, peaking at number 16 on the Billboard Hot 100, which showed the world and Birdman that his new project was working, which meant he would start pushing Rich Gang heavily. Now, this was apparently causing tension, which fans started to notice, as around this period, Lil Wayne was beginning the rollout of his 12th studio album, The Card to 5, by dropping songs such as Believe Me, Crazy, and Grinding. However, these songs had no music videos and were receiving
Gucci Mane done got out the way. He don't want to got married. His wife got more money than Gucci Mane does. His wife is, I think she's like worth 100 million. Like Gucci Mane is done. He's raising his family. Please don't say nothing about Gucci Mane having nothing to do with this or having an opinion about this. Gucci Mane is a married man and he got out the game. Shout out to Gucci Mane. Shout out to Guwap. He did the right thing.
no push from his label Cash Money, which seemed to line up with the exact time Birdman was starting his huge campaign with Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug, leading to the release of their collaborative mixtape Rich Gang, The Tour Volume 1 on the 29th of September in 2014, with the project garnering huge success, with Complex describing it as one of the year's best full-length records full stop. The project also didn't feature any of Birdman's Cash Money artists, which further portrayed the picture that Birdman was planning to move away from Cash Money, but things were really
I'm telling y'all, that Rich Gang album was like, that was special. Do y'all agree? That Rich Gang album was special. It had like it was the music was so special. That was a very special, unique album. Like, that album had so many hits. R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan, man. Like, Rich Homie, like, he was a good dude. I met him before. He was a really good dude. Oh, I forgot. Rich Homie Quan got a warning sign first when his dad got murked. I forgot about that. His dad got murked by somebody. I don't know if y'all know about that. So not only is Rich Homie Quan dead, his dad died before him because somebody killed his dad. Did y'all know that?
Started getting heated in the October of 2014, as in that month, Young Thug told MTV that he's planning to pay homage to his idol Lil Wayne by naming his next album The Carter 6. He also said that Wayne did 1 to 5, so I'm going to do 6 to 10. However, the rumors of Birdman abandoning Cash Money would really be forgotten very quickly, as in the October of 2014, Thug and Wayne would release their first collaborative single titled Take Care, and pictures of them and Birdman all together in the studio would also be posted online, showing the Rich Gang and Cash Money were working closely together. However, just a short time.
Yeah. See, everything happened at the barbershop. Nut got killed at the barbershop. Well, I don't go to barbershops. I shave my own head. Barbershops are the place. Some of y'all don't know this, but in the hood, the barbershop is a place where you catch your ops. The barbershop is a place where you catch your ops, because the one place you always are going to go is that one barbershop, because men are more devoted to their barber than their women. Men are more devoted to their barber than they are to their own women. So if you want to catch your ops, they're going to be at that barbershop every goddamn Wednesday or every other Wednesday, and that's where you catch them. Hence the reason why I've never went to a barbershop. I learned that at a young age. I'm from the hood. I learned at a very young age when I was selling dope that if you have any type of beef or strife with anybody, the one place that they will find you, guaranteed, is at your barbershop. I started cutting hair. I started cutting my own hair because I learned at a young age, never go to the barbershop. I went to a barbershop one time. But I went to a barbershop one time in my entire life. Because I was going to a barbershop. I don't remember how, 1-2 times, whatever. And as a young drug dealer, I learned that if you got ops, you got any kind of beef in the hood, they catch you at the barbershop. I started cutting my own hair because it didn't make sense. I'm not going to be out here doing all these crimes, stealing cars, all kinds of shit. I was selling rims. I was doing all kinds of shit. Well, as a young kid, stealing cars and selling the rims on the other side of town. Or I would work with somebody that was stealing cars on the east side, and I would buy their rims, and I would throw the rims in a trunk and in the back seat. Go to the car wash the rims at the car wash. So now I got rims and tires beautiful, and I would take them in my house, and I would put a ticket on the rims and be like, I would show a picture of the rims to everybody in the hood and be like, who want to buy these rims and the tires? The tires are chunky. Next thing you know, I'll sell rims and tires for like $1,500. And it was my way of circumventing the crack stuff, because you get pulled over with bombs of crack, you go to prison. But at a young age, there wasn't really a law that said you can't sell somebody rims, because a car is stolen property. There's no proof that these rims came from that car, if that makes any sense. So as a young kid, I found a way to circumvent crime by going to the dudes who just stole somebody's car, buying the rims and tires from the person's car, and coming to my side of town and taking a picture of the rims and tires and selling them to people in my hood from another hood that's on the other side of town. And if I get pulled over with rims in my back seat, I'm not going to go to jail, because you can't go to jail for selling stolen property where there's no proof that these rims was on somebody else's car. Now, stealing a car, that's stolen property, because there's numbers on a car. There's no numbers on rims. There's no proof that these rims came from this car. So I found a way to legally make $1,500 a pop selling rims off of stolen cars versus other people that was selling stolen cars, and they would change the actual VIN number. I actually got arrested as a kid for it was a stolen car ring, and I got off on a non-violent situation. I went to the diversion program because it was a non-violent crime, and after that, I was like, all right, I ain't doing that shit no more. I was selling rims, so I stopped. Well, I tried to stop selling dope, because selling rims was actually faster, safer, more lucrative, and I can't go to prison or jail for selling rims. So that was the way I was able to do crimes without ever going to jail, even though I went to jail one time, but I got that wiped off my record. Why did I go down that rabbit hole? I don't even remember.
Later in the December of that year, Lil Wayne would put out a series of tweets letting his fans know his highly anticipated album, The Carter 5, will not be dropping as Birdman is not letting him release it, and that he is a prisoner to the label. To all my fans, I want you to know my album won't and hasn't been released because Baby and Cash Money Records refused to release it. I want off this label and nothing to do with these people, but unfortunately it ain't that easy. Wayne would continue this fit of rage in the January of 2015, as he would release Sorry for the Wait 2, which, as you can guess from the title of the project, was an apology aimed at his fans for all the delays leading up to the release of his album. The tape was full of disses towards Birdman, which eventually led to Wayne filing a lawsuit against Cash Money Records for $51 million just a couple of days after the release of the project, claiming he was owed for the recording and completion of The Carter 5, as well as monetary compensation for Drake and Nicki Minaj. Now, a day after
you were saying why you don't go to barbershop. Oh, okay. Thank you. Because I was like, what? Why am I talking about my crimes and stuff? Okay. Yeah. I was talking about why I don't go to barbershop shops, and why I tried to get away from selling dope because I didn't want to go to jail, and people were murking people in my hood at barbershops. They was catching them at the barbershops, fucking them up.
Lil Wayne filed the lawsuit, more controversy would arise as Lil Wayne would host a listening party for his freshly released Sorry for the Wait 2 at the Versace mansion in Miami, which would announce with a tweet that read, SFTW2 party tomorrow night at the Versace mansion, F with me, you won't be sorry, no you won't be sorry, go to live for what? Now the ending of this tweet was actually him telling people to not go to Birdman's Rich Gang party going on at Club Live in Miami on the same night.
Yeah, tonight we're going to Miami with Bloody Bird. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be at Live. So if you ain't at Live, you ain't living. Ain't no other club, that shit ain't nothing. Whoever don't like.
And the nose, this right here, is a threat. So let me back it up a little bit. That is a threat. So right here.
All together in the studio would also be posted online.
Watch what Young Thug does with his nose.
showing the Rich Gang and Cash Money were working closely together. However, just a short time later in the December of that year, Lil Wayne would put out a series of tweets letting his fans know his highly anticipated album, The Carter 5, will not be dropping as Birdman is not letting him release it, and that he is a prisoner to the label. To all my fans, I want you to know my album won't and hasn't been released because Baby and Cash Money Records refused to release it. I want off this label and nothing to do with these people, but unfortunately it ain't that easy. Wayne would continue this fit of rage in the January of 2015, as he would release Sorry for the Wait 2, which, as you can guess from the title of the project, was an apology aimed at his fans for all the delays leading up to the release of his album. The tape was full of disses towards Birdman, which eventually led to Wayne filing a lawsuit against Cash Money Records for $51 million just a couple of days after the release of the project, claiming he was owed for the recording and completion of The Carter 5, as well as monetary compensation for Drake and...
Sorry for rewinding that far. I didn't know it was supposed to. I just went to rewind it a couple seconds. Sorry about that.
Nicki Minaj. Now, a day after Lil Wayne filed the lawsuit, more controversy would arise as Lil Wayne would host a listening party for his freshly released Sorry for the Wait 2 at the Versace mansion in Miami, which would announce with a tweet that read, SFTW2 party tomorrow night at the Versace mansion, F with me.
All right, so watch right here when Thug runs across the bottom of his nose with his finger.
You won't be sorry, no you won't be sorry, go to live for what? Now the ending of this tweet was actually him telling people to not go to Birdman's Rich Gang party going on at Club Live in Miami on the same night.
Yeah, tonight we're going to Miami with Bloody Bird. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be at Live. So if you ain't at Live, you ain't living. Ain't no other club, that shit ain't nothing. Whoever don't like it, pull up.
Now, with Lil Wayne and Birdman being on bad terms, Birdman will put his entire focus on the success of his new protege, Young Thug. As in the March of 2015, Thug would embark on Travis Scott's rodeo tour with Birdman, joining them on almost every single stop where he would perform old Cash Money songs. Now, it seemed like also in the March of 2015, Lil Wayne's daughter caught wind of Thug's decision to name his album Carter 6, which led to her speaking out, defending her father on Twitter with a series of tweets. But in the April of 2015 is when things would start getting heated between Young Thug and Lil Wayne, as Thug would take to Instagram to announce his next project, Carter 6, whilst also showing off his provocative cover, which was him practically naked. Now, what was supposed to be Thug giving homage to Wayne was taken as a diss and would begin a war between Rich Gang and Lil Wayne, as 2 days later at a show, Wayne would diss them.
Also, before I go any further, I want y'all to understand that there's only one mother Carter you need. Also, before I go any further, I want y'all to do me a favor. If y'all ever have Rich Gang or whoever it is in this motherfucker, y'all let them know I said fuck. Also, before I go any further, I want y'all to do me a favor and stop listening to songs that post naked on their motherfucking album.
Now, Thug would respond on Instagram, where he refused to bite back at Wayne as he sees him as his idol.
I understand that Lil Wayne is frustrated about his career, and I feel him on that, but this is my idol. I wouldn't ever in my life swap words with him or beef with him about nothing. This is a person that I look up to. Ha ha.
And even though Lil Wayne was clearly upset with the release of Carter 6, that didn't stop Thug, as just a couple of days later, he would officially announce the album and the show.
Yeah, YSL. Carter 6 coming out Friday, first show. New Orleans, Holly Grove. Meet me there, better beat me there, you did. With them dicks too.
He had to change the name to Barter 6 instead of Carter 6.
Yeah. In this clip, Thug is referring to the same Holly Grove neighborhood in New Orleans Lil Wayne and Mac Maine grew up in, which is where his first show was going to be, clearly trying to add more fuel to the fire. Now, just a couple of days before the release, Thug would also announce he has to rename the album to Barter 6 due to people trying to sue, with the B in Barter presumably standing for Bloods. And on the 17th of April in 2015, Barter 6 would officially drop, with Lil Wayne not taking kindly to him releasing the project, which would lead to him dissing him a week after the release of the album, saying there is no such thing as Carter 6.
Ain't no mother such thing as Carter 6. You let him know, Tunchi said, suck my.
Then 9 days after the release of Barter 6, Thug would keep his promise of performing in Louisiana, where it seemed like he wasn't welcome. Now, this show Thug was performing at was on the night of the 26th of April, which was on the same night Lil Wayne was performing at the compound in Young Thug's hometown Atlanta, where he was receiving love and support from his supporters in the crowd, unlike Thug. Now, many of you will remember that clip from earlier of Thug announcing Barter 6, where at the end he would show some of his associates with so-called dicks. Well, one of these men would be Young Thug's close friend and road manager, Pee Wee Roscoe. Now, Pee Wee Roscoe and a couple of other Bloods pulled up to the compound where Lil Wayne was performing at in a white Camaro.
So Pee Wee Roscoe literally admitted to being the one that shot up Lil Wayne's tour bus, just so you know.
Now, at the venue, there was supposedly an altercation between Pee Wee Roscoe's group and Wayne's group, which led to Pee Wee shouting a threat towards them. "This is my city, keep effing around and I'll spray the bus." Now, with the police in the area noticing Pee Wee had an assault rifle and fearing gang violence, they immediately escorted Wayne away from the compound and even attempted to detain Pee Wee, but fortunately for him, he managed to escape in his white Camaro. The police were escorting Wayne's tour bus onto Interstate 285 north, just outside of Atlanta, where the cops had noticed a white Camaro speeding up to them. Cell phone records indicate that Winfrey called Thug 8 times in 12 minutes during the time that the police were escorting Wayne's tour buses. Now, the police that were escorting Wayne passed into a new jurisdiction, meaning that they had to leave him behind, which would be at this point in time that the white Camaro pulled up to Lil Wayne's tour bus, holding Wayne himself and 12 individuals, where gunshots were fired.
Hold on, y'all. Quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. Hit the like button, hit the like button.
How about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
All right, somebody just sent me a message saying that they want me to give them a call and share some information about Young Thug. So let's see. 480. So I'm calling you now if you're watching. Don't know who this is, but let's see.
The person you dialed can't take your call now.
All right, so I just tried to call you. So to the person that just sent me that Cash App, I just tried to call you. And I don't know if you put your number in wrong or whatever. So to the person that just sent me the Cash App telling me to call them, I just called you. Yeah. So I'll try to call one more time and we'll keep going.
The person you dialed can't take your call now.
So I tried to call. Send me your number again or something. But I tried to call. And thank you for the Cash App. I appreciate that.
Arrow. After the shots were fired, Pee Wee Roscoe exited Interstate 285 and entered Interstate 75 South, heading back into Atlanta, during which he would make a phone call to a cell phone owned by Birdman. After ending the call, Pee Wee attempted to hide the white Camaro and would flee to Miami, Florida. However, unfortunately for him, Pee Wee had basically already turned himself in, as he had a picture of the exact same white car posted on his Instagram page, as it would get even worse for him, as the police would discover where the car was hidden, obtain obtained a search warrant and recovered the car from the garage of a relative of Pee Wee Roscoe. Pee Wee would end up getting arrested on the 2nd of June in 2015, where he would end up being charged with aggravated assault, terroristic threats and acts, criminal damage, possession of a firearm by a felon, criminal gang activity, reckless conduct, and discharging a weapon near the street, with the 2 terroristic threat charges coming from his participation in Young Thug's halftime music video, and as well as the original Barter 6 promotion video. Thug and Birdman would be listed as supposed co-conspirators, with Channel 2 reporting that the indictment alleges that Young Thug made a threat against Lil Wayne and tour bus shooting suspect Jimmy Winfrey carried out that threat, but fortunately for Birdman and Thug, they were never officially charged. Now of course, all this looks like Young Thug and Birdman tried to get Lil Wayne killed. I mean, Pee Wee is a longtime friend of Thug. Thug and Birdman were close associates, beefing.
No, that was just a warning. This man is a very evil person. If he wanted you murked, you would be murked. That was a warning.
Wayne at the exact same time. Wayne was suing Birdman for 50 M's, and I mean, with Pee Wee calling Thug 8 times before the shooting and Birdman phones once after, it seemed like he was giving them updates on how everything was going down. In the recent RICO trial against Young Thug's YSL, the state of Georgia have been trying to portray the shooting to be commissioned by Thug, however so far have had a very poor job doing it all, as all they have is phone signals. In a 2016 civil lawsuit, Wayne's bus driver filed against Birdman and Young Thug, stating that Pee Wee Roscoe, Cash Money Records, Young Money Records placed him in immediate fear of death and severe bodily harm by attacking and attempted to kill him without any just provocation or cause. Now, information from this lawsuit was released in 2018, which is when the phone records between Pee Wee, Thug and Birdman will be released, where they would also release a jailhouse call of Birdman ringing up Pee Wee, telling him he's got a reward for him when he's out and that he did everything he could, which could possibly be a reference to the shooting that he carried out.
In this new civil court filing we obtained, the driver's attorney points to phone records showing Young Thug called Winfrey 8 times in the moments before the shooting. They also point to
See, Young Thug called him to see if it was done
this
8 times.
Jailhouse call between Winfrey and Birdman.
You come out here and get this money, don't you? Well, my nigga, you done blessed. You done did everything you could do, bro. It's an eye opener, bro. You on that strictly business, man.
However, a close source from Birdman would come out and say that Birdman was not referencing to the shooting in any way, and he would never associate with someone who tried to harm Wayne. Anyways, in the November of 2015, he reportedly pled guilty to 6 charges and admitted to doing the crime for gang initiation, where he would get handed 10 years in prison with 10 years probation, which would actually end up getting overturned in 2018. As the Supreme Court of Georgia stated that the judge overstepped and pushed into taking his plea deal. Now back to Thug and Wayne in 2015, a month and a day after the shooting on 27th of May, Young Thug would do an interview with NDO Radio confirming that he signed to 300 Entertainment, not Cash Money or Rich Gang, effectively ending the run of the trio, Thug, Birdman and Rich Homie Quan. He also further cooled down the relationship with Birdman with the interesting comment that he and the label owner were merely friends. He didn't miss the opportunity to mention Lil Wayne, however. He said that he was planning on naming his next project The Carter 5. He seemed perturbed about Wayne's album not being out, as he said, "I don't know what the F they doing, so I'm going to put out that mother effer out for him." Now people may say Thug was trying to pay homage to Wayne, but with his previous response to Thug releasing Barter 6, I think we can say it was quite clear Thug was just trying to aggravate Wayne again. But surprisingly, in the July of 2015, Wayne would come out and say he appreciates Barter 6 in an interview, as fans were comparing Thug's decision to name his album Barter 6 to when Wayne titled his 2002 album 500 Degrees, in reference to his Cash Money label mates Juvenile's release 400 Degrees, basically calling Wayne a hypocrite for calling Thug out when Wayne did the same thing.
He used the he tried to use, no, I'm just saying he used the same name, and I thought that was kind of for a project.
His was different, you know. Like when we did it, we literally said, you know, we came out, we had no problem saying that, yeah, we don't need no juvie. This is 500 Degrees, right? You know, like we had no problem saying that. I mean, you know, Slam came out and straight said that I'm naming my album such and such because of props and because I'm such a fan, and that's a total different approach.
Okay.
You know?
Thug said in his interrogation that he heard Rollo shout up Wayne's bus, shaking my head, low down, dirty. Rollo? Why would Rollo shout up? Wait, I'm confused. Thug said, oh, I got that. I think I got that. No, I think he said Roscoe. He said Roscoe, not Rollo, Carly. I remember that because I got that audio. I could play it somewhere, but he said, I think Roscoe, not Rollo. Rollo ain't got nothing to do with this. He said Roscoe. So yeah, he literally told on Roscoe, who did shoot up the bus. So he literally snitched on Roscoe, his own guy. I told you, this man's a piece of shit.
I got you.
So it seems like Wayne appreciated Thug's decision of titling his album bar to 6, which honestly to me is starting to become confusing because...
All right, so let me go past this stuff. Let's get to the Rich Conan Barn part.
Charlamagne, like you won't smoke, boy. You is not about that action. I'm uploading the video.
That they both needed to get back to making music and not threats. Capone says he told them they needed to look at the bigger picture and call it off before someone got hurt.
What did you do for them to say?
So this is what the game. Remember, I told you if you say something about Young Thug, his goons is gonna pull up on you. They pulled up on Game. So this is Game right here.
24, the two would release their first official collab, and
see right here is what I said earlier. He's like, yo, I'm a big stepper. Like, you know, like, why are you ignoring me? Like, I've been stepping so much. And for those who don't know, I've been stepping so long, my feet hurt. That means I've been unaliving people for so long that it doesn't make sense for you not to ignore me.
This how you doubt me.
All right, hold on. Somebody said they ready for the call. Hold on. I'm gonna play this though.
That one, I'm like, hey, listen, bro. If I touch your hand again, I'm a hoe anyway.
Right.
I'm never touching your hand again.
Right.
Now, as outsiders, we don't really know an exact reason why the beef started. Whether it was because Thug felt disrespected because Wayne didn't dap him up, or it was...
Bro, like, yo, you got... Oh, here we go. Yo. It's cool. All right, so I don't know what you're about to say, so please don't say nothing crazy because I don't know what you're about to say, and I don't know who you are. I never met you. You just sent me a Cash App, so whatever you say has nothing to do with me or my show or my brand because I don't even know who you are. I just want to give you that disclaimer. I don't know what the hell you're about to say, so go ahead.
Spell thug as an acronym. T dot, U dot, you get it. You'll find an entirely different person, individual, artist than you guys are having a conversation about. This guy has DBA, documentation. Who is Young Thug? The movie goes through the process from cradle to 2018 when it was produced.
I don't understand what you're saying. I don't.
He has a Louisiana state trademark under the name Young Thug.
What does this have to do with anything?
Not only is he a slime ball, he stole his name from an independent Louisiana rap artist named Young Thug. Look up Young Thug, but spell Thug like an acronym on all streaming platforms, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Rick Ross did the same thing. Like,
no, this is not
same thing.
And no, this is not a guy who sold dope on the street. He didn't have his name trademark. This is a rap artist.
Okay.
Young Thug since 1999.
I got you.
That has documentation of that and a state trademark from 2004. Not only that, he has been screaming and making money from Sound Exchange since LimeWire and MySpace in 2004 as Young Thug. Period.
Okay.
If you know about trademarks, you know about
Okay. Let's get past the trademark. Is it anything else? Because I don't.
Well, yeah, there's everything else. Everything before 2010 about Jeffrey Lamar Williams, question it. Ask him about Young Thug before Danny Glover.
Well, I just want to say this. That's what my whole live stream is about. So I'm like,
okay, where was Jeffrey in 2004 when Deontay Comanche was rapping, performing, and making money through digital platforms in 2004? Where was he at November 8, 2004? He might have been wearing a dress, but he wasn't rapping as Young Thug. I said this on the Star Show.
I said that in his live
But he
stream.
took it down.
I said that in his live stream. He started off on Cleveland and was up on the guap.
I said that 5 years ago on Troy Terrain's show, the Star Report.
Yeah.
He took it down because he's compromised. Because
No. It's not. Hold on, sir. It's not that Troy Terrain is compromised. If you are calling in saying something that has something to do with legalities, he's going to take it down because he's like, I don't know if this is true.
we have the screenshot.
Okay, sir. Listen, sir. Okay, I need you to calm down. I'm okay. I'm about to hang up if you don't stop talking. I personally, respectfully, don't care about this trademark stuff. I don't care. So is there, sir, I need you to stop talking. Is there something else that you want to share other than this Young Thug trademark situation that I don't care anything about?
Yeah, he's not the real Young Thug. You can go ahead and.
Okay. I'm gonna finish my show, sir. I'm gonna finish my show.
But he's not the real Young Thug.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Okay. I don't know nothing about all that. I don't care about all that. But shout out to him. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate you. And thank you for the Cash App. So, I appreciate that, but I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't know what he's talking about. But yeah.
That Wayne himself felt disrespected because Birdman wasn't letting him release his album and instead put all his focus
all right, yeah.
Let's move on. Well, Thug would put out an apology, which of course is great. However, towards the end, it seemed like he was taking sly shots at Wayne for not fighting, that they both needed to get back to making music and not threat, that they both needed to get. Well, Thug would put out an apology, which of course is great. However, towards the end, it seemed like he was taking sly shots at Wayne for not fighting his own battles.
See, the way the world is set up, they want all blacks to kill each other, but we're not. Black Lives Matter. I salute gang. I respect him. I'm sorry for making that post about him. Even though he was wrong and he was in the wrong business and taking up for a nigga that wasn't taking up for themselves, it's all good.
Now, after Thug posted that video on the 8th of May in 2015, it seemed like their little feud was over. However, the game would get on the Breakfast Club show in September where they discussed his beef with Young Thug, where it seemed like he was taking sneak shots at Thug as he spoke about how people don't want to beef with him because things get serious, and would reiterate the fact that the beef ended real quick.
But people really don't want to beef with me because it get if it get real, then it's a problem.
I tell him you crazy all the time. I said he's somebody that you don't want to mess with. He's a little crazy.
But you and Young Thug had a quick little back and forth.
It was real quick. About that. Yeah, real quick. You know.
That was the quickest back and forth.
That?
I mean, it gets real.
Game's crazy.
And I went to Atlanta right after it started, and it got real.
So y'all saw each other? Or?
Nah, we never saw each other.
But what was that even over? It was Lil Wayne. It was used.
Yeah. All I said was that something about Wayne. I always got Wayne back. Wayne always. Say,
Game stands up for everybody. If you're a friend of Game, it has nothing to do with Game. He will stand up for you.
As you can see, the Game was hinting that the beef ended quickly because Thug was scared of him and that he pulled up to Thug's hometown Atlanta and sorted things out. Well, this would backfire on the Game as Thug would respond on Instagram.
See, I was minding my business trying to promote my little video that I got about to come out back for the work, the song Power. And I go on the Burford Club, being nose and see this nigga Game Charlemagne like you won't smoke. Boy, you is not about that action. I'm uploading the video. The gang, why is you on what this thing called? Why is you on the vote the Breakfast Club? Trying you came to Atlanta, something got real monkey ass boy. I'm gonna upload the video since you call yourself tough. Got these folk capping. Yo, cap.
That's my bad. Real niggas wanna apologize. And shit, it ain't nothing, man. So you know what it is, man. I got a lot of respect. We got
Right there. Right there. Right there. That is the proof right there. Young Thug, well, his goons pulled up on the game in the mall, pulled out their phone and said, "You're going to apologize on FaceTime to Young Thug or you ain't going to make it back home." For anybody wondering, the game did it. The game was lying when he came out and said, "Oh, no, the game actually apologized to Young Thug."
Saw each other?
Right here.
Nah, we never saw each other.
But what was that even over? It was Lil Wayne.
A lie.
It was used.
Yeah, all I said was that, something about Wayne. I always got Wayne back. Wayne always
say, game stands up for everybody. If you're a friend of
boy, I'm gonna upload the video since you call yourself tough. Got these folk capping. Yo, cap.
That's my bad. Real niggas wanna apologize. And shit, it ain't nothing, man. So you know what it is, man. I got a lot of respect. We got too many motherfuckers we fuck. It's all up in this shit. So it's all love, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take that one with you.
Thug embarrassed him as he showed a video of him.
So right there, this is the reason why Young Thug can run around with fingernail polish on, wearing dresses, saying gay shit, and nobody in Atlanta or in anywhere else is going to say anything, because Young Thug will literally take it out, will send somebody to you and threaten to unalive you if you don't apologize. Just like who? Marlo Stanfield. We're going to talk about Marlo also.
Apologizing and showing respect to him on FaceTime, which made him look soft, especially compared to the way he was presenting himself on the Breakfast Club. Then towards the end of 2015, the game would diss Thug during a performance of Hate It or Love It.
Yeah, I'm from Compton, used to be a young blood. These days.
Whoa. No music, sir. No music.
I will be the Victoria's Secret out of that boy/girl, again making fun of Young Thug's feminine side. Now after this, I would say Thug crossed the line as he would post the game's daughter on his Instagram with the caption, "Such a cutie, her eyes, wish she was my kid," which to say the least was slightly odd. Now Thug would almost instantly delete this, but not before the game would see it, which he would respond with his own Instagram post of one of Young Thug's daughters, captioned, "Yeah, you wouldn't have to delete the post. Thug, I appreciate you for the compliment on @LittleMissCallie In fact, your daughter cute too, bruh. Sincerely, the game." Which, just like Thug, he would quickly delete, but then would make another post of Young Thug's daughter captioned, "Good night, beautiful baby. Rest comfortably knowing your father would give his life."
Donovan Thomas, long live enough ever.
So this is I'm gonna go back to that video. I just wanted to I just found this. Give me
plea deal in the YSL RICO case. He even got rappers like Lil Baby and Lil Durk to distance themselves, saying Gunna turned his back on YSL.
Killed my motherfucking cousin that, man. Donovan Thomas, long live enough ever. God took me away from the barbershop that day. The day y'all came through and sprayed up my shop. You killed my cousin that. Picture your loved one getting killed. Not no regular loved one, but somebody who's taking care of the entire community.
And this is what I'm saying. This man, Young Thug, thinks he's Marlo Stanfield. This nigga be getting rid of fucking people like it ain't nothing. This is the reason why we need this motherfucker back in prison. He is a definite threat to society.
This motherfucker get killed. Come to find out, the police had their back. These are informants, nigga. These niggas walk around with wires on and shit like that and claiming gangster, nigga. You took my fucking family away from me, dog. So why everybody's talking about who told on who who ratted on who, my little cousin ain't gonna never see their daddy again, nigga. And he was a boss, nigga. Long live nut forever, nigga. So don't y'all ever forget that shit, nigga.
LaRon, there's a blood can definitely beef with another blood with no problem. There's different sides of blood. There's Paru. There's a lot of different blood, so it's a lot. So yeah, one blood can definitely beef with another blood with no problem.
If you watch The Wire, you know how Chris and Snoop was putting bodies in those abandoned buildings.
So here we go.
Well, that was actually going on. Now, they would stash product and weapons inside those abandoned homes also, and have heavy weapons, you know, to prepare for rivals. So if rivals would come through, you had men running out of those houses with assault rifles and everything. Another thing is that he took care of people in the neighborhood. He made sure the elderly was straight, you know.
So I don't want to get y'all mixed up. This is what Marlo Stanfield, Chris, and Snoop from The Wire used to do. So I don't want to confuse anybody. So I'm backing up a little bit so you can understand. Because earlier I said The Wire and Marlo Stanfield, it was based on a true story. And because see, a lot of rappers like to emulate other rappers. Like, for example, Rick Ross. Rick Ross was an actual person named Rick Ross that literally was doing everything that Rick Ross was doing, was rapping about. So a lot of these young rappers, Yo Gotti, his name is after John Gotti. So Yo Gotti, Rick Ross, and Young Thug, they look to emulate what actual killers and gangsters actually did. And they try to do it also.
Long live nut forever, nigga. So don't y'all ever forget that shit, nigga.
If you watch The Wire, you know how Chris and Snoop was putting bodies in those abandoned buildings? Well,
That
that was actually going on. Now, they would stash product and weapons inside those abandoned homes also, and have heavy weapons, you know, to prepare for rivals. So if rivals would come through, you had men running out of those houses with assault rifles and everything. Another thing is that he took care of people in the neighborhood. He made sure the elderly was straight. You know, the old ladies would sometimes let the hustlers inside their homes until law enforcement left. He also had preteens served as lookouts. To the average, it would be kids, you know, just playing outside like a normal.
And just like with The Wire, the reason why I have a problem with Boosie, Yo Gotti, and Young Thug is because they would pay the kids to do crimes, whether it's a hit or whether it's lookout. And that is the issue that I have. If you want to be gay, I don't care. If you want to be a gangster, go be a gangster over here. I don't care. But when you start purposely getting kids mixed into your shit, whether it's gay shit or whether it's gangster shit, I now have a problem with you. I don't have a problem with drug dealers. I don't have a problem with gangsters. I don't have a problem with any of that shit because I was a drug dealer. I wasn't a gangster. I was a drug dealer when I was young and nobody put me up to it. I made a choice to do it. I sold drugs on my own. I hung out with people that sold drugs. I never sold drugs for another person. So I can't be a hypocrite and say all this stuff is bad. Yes, it is bad, but I did it and I made a choice. But nobody made me do it. Nobody paid me to do it. And I did everything on my own. And because of that, I was able to stop doing it and start a family and move on with my life. But a lot of these young boys, they would get paid and incentivized to unalive people, to be lookouts, to do all these other crimes, to steal cars, all this other shit. And next thing you know, if that's their means of income and they're able to buy school clothes and get girls or buy a car because of this OG or get a certain amount of respect in the hood, now you're putting that child in danger because they are now depending on you. So now they have to do crimes. They have to do what you tell them to do because their whole existence is connected to you. See, my whole existence wasn't connected to one of the OGs or older dudes in my hood. My existence was connected to me. And that is the difference between me doing crimes and these young boys out here doing crimes. If your whole existence is connected to one of the older dudes, You kind of have to do whatever the older dude tell you. And next thing you know, you end up being in a position where you can't get out. You can't say no. You can't move away. You can't say, I don't want to do this no more, because they're going to kill you. And that's the problem with these OGs. You want to sit around and talk about single mothers and talk about women and you know, all this other shit. That's a problem also. But these older niggas like Yo Gotti, like Boosie, like Young Thug are putting these young boys in a trap where they have to do this and they have to do that, or they're either going to get absconded or either murked. Because if you murk somebody and then you don't want to murk somebody again, they can't just leave you to yourself. You might go tell on them. So now they're going to murk you. So you have to go do A, B, and C again and again and again. And next thing you know, these young boys end up going to prison for a Young Thug or for a Yo Gotti or for a Boosie, because they don't really have a goddamn choice. So these niggas are not only gangsters, they're making young boys gangsters. They're making young boys gay. And that is a problem I have. I'm always going to champion and advocate for the young people, whether it's young girls or young boys. I don't give a shit about these adults, because you can't save these adults. These women are going to be who they're going to be, and these men are going to be who they're going to be. But the children of these men, the children of these women, they can be saved. I'm always going to be the advocate for the kids and not the adults.
Day. He'll be playing all day. But, you know, he definitely had cops in pocket. You know how Marlo always was steps ahead of law enforcement. Well, that was AJ. Cops gave him the heads up on raids. They gave him information on up-and-coming hustlers and crews on the street so he could take them out early. He was definitely Teflon because he had numerous gun charges, but none of them would stick. It's been said that he had someone on the inside to delete the charges from the computers. Now, he was only 17, 18 with the whole city on lock. Now, he wanted to be the best to ever do it. See, when you look his name up and read up on him, they will say he was making $30K a day. Yeah, that was on one spot. He had multiple spots putting up Wilt Chamberlain numbers. He really turned heads when he came home. You know, he was on $1 million bill, so everybody was like, damn.
See, Marlo Stanfield was a real person, and Young Thug wanted to be the Atlanta version of Marlo Stanfield.
This young boy really doing it. He was a new kid on the block. He was like the MJ. When MJ came in the game, you know, Bird and Magic had to scoot over.
No.
And the thing about it is, when you're doing crime in order to buy stuff, get girls, that's one thing. Because once you get the girls, once you get the car, you can stop. Because that's what happened with me. I got the girls, I got the stuff, I got the cars, I got the rims, I got the whatever, I got the notoriety, and I stopped. I moved to the suburbs, started a family, and left all that shit alone. Why? Because I did not have the aspiration to be the best. I did not have the aspiration to be the biggest. I had the aspirations to get away from all this shit. I just needed money, a car, and some clothes to be able to get the hell out. That is the difference between somebody who wants to be a Rick Ross, somebody who wants to be a Marlo Stanfield. They aspire to be this Yo Gotti, John Gotti person, which means they'll never leave because they have to be the best. You can't be the best and leave. You got to stay in it. Yo Gotti is still doing all this crazy shit in Memphis to this day. Young Dolph just got killed 2 years ago. All these niggas are still doing this same crazy shit. And these niggas 40 years old. Why? Because they aspire to be John Gotti. They aspire to be Marlo Stanfield instead of aspiring to get the fuck away from this shit. That is a goddamn problem. And what happens is when you get too old to do the dirt yourself, you start paying youngins to do the shit for you. And now you're an infection to your neighborhood. You are a disease to your neighborhood simply because you aspire to be some famous gangster that either is in jail or dead. So in other words, your stupid ass is inspiring to be a dead person. These niggas is idiots.
You know, I keep it quick, Trey.
So this is what, now I might end up having to take this out. So some of you may not see this because I may have to take it out, but I'm playing it anyway.
No. You know, I keep it quick, Trey. Here? Here's good.
Not in the vacant. What's the difference? The difference is my people. They won't know.
This is what they used to do in Baltimore. They would get rid of you and put you in a bando and then pour some stuff on you that is like some, I'll just say some stuff. And next thing you know, you just dissolve into the floor. You just melt into the floor.
No.
They used to melt people.
You know, everyone's gonna put it on you, right?
Shit, let him tack it on my jacket. Don't make me no never mind.
I'm thinking it might be what you call one of them good problems.
So that is who Marlo Stanfield is, and that is the correlation between Young Thug and Marlo.
No regrets. Now we can definitely say the beef took a weird turn at this point, especially as two fully grown men and supposed street rappers are using each other's children to fuel the beef. Now it seemed like the feud would surely end after this back and forth, as in the July of 2016, as the game's son, Harlem, was celebrating his 14th birthday, he would get a lot of his industry friends to send in video messages wishing him a happy birthday.
Harlem, happy birthday. They don't want you to have a happy birthday. So Harlem, make sure you have the happiest birthday ever. They don't want you to have a mansion party. So make sure you have the biggest mansion for the biggest party ever. And they don't want you to be in the NBA in 6 years from now. So make sure you be in the NBA and be the best player that ever did it. It's your brother DJ Khaled, we the best. Hey, yo, gang, salute. Mogul talk. Hey, yo, Harlem, young icon. Salute.
Now it seemed like Thug saw all of these celebrities were sending these birthday wishes to the game's son, so Thug saw this as an opportunity to troll the game.
Yo, first of all, make sure you stay in school. Make sure you graduate. Make sure you bring your dad way much more than he ever thought about bringing you. And make sure you take care of your little sister and me. And first and foremost, last, which means best for last, make sure you take care of your mama and your dad, which is the game. Salute, Harlem. Happy 13th birthday, man. Turn up, stay in school, stay good, kid. You dig, slime.
Now this had fans confused that they couldn't tell if Thug was being genuine or trolling, but soon after this beef, it would all be ended as the game would post a reply that said, haters will say it's photoshopped, Thugger showing love to my firstborn. At Harlem on his 4th birthday, turn up. With that really ending off the beef, looking like the two settled on good terms, especially with how playful this entire beef ended up being. And many fans speculate out he's naming his next album Carter 6, but 2 days Eastern, and 1 minute later, Thug would tweet out the infamous, boy slow down, dropping all that BS music. 1 minute later, Future would clap back, get real.
So this nigga literally was beefing with Future.
To which Thug would quote tweet with, moaning emoji 100, I love you for life. Now it seemed like Metro and Thug were on good terms, but now what about Future? Well, things would go quiet for a couple months, but then on the 3rd of February in 2016, on the same night Thug was supposed to put out Slime Season 3, Future would come out and announce a surprise drop, midnight Eastern, and 1 minute later, Thug would tweet out the infamous, boy slow down, dropping all that BS music. 1 minute later, Future would clap back, get real in a few hours. 2 hours later, Future would follow up with another tweet, which it seemed like was an attempt at getting Thug's attention again after he didn't respond to his first tweet. Yo bitch, wish you was me in real life. And to this one, Thug would respond with, yo family team, wish you was me lil fella. Then Future would tweet, new deal alert at Apple Music, which honestly to me now seems like Future was just trying to generate hype for his new deal. Now Thug would respond to this with 2 tweets. I hope Apple save you fellas, or church. I'm on my Yeezy shit. Fuck Slime Season 3. It's now I am up. Tweet up. So it seemed like Young Thug would no longer be dropping Slime Season 3 and instead would be dropping a project named I'm Up, where that night Future would also end up surprise dropping the Evil tape, where on the song Lie to Me he supposedly dissed Thug in the lines, "Tell that little fella to stay in his place before I expose you. You take one shot at me, you know that'll cause an explosion. Never fight the hand that feeds you, fella." However, as it seemed like the two were in the middle of an entire beef, in the June of that year, DJ Esco would drop his project ET tape, which contained a Future Thugger song, produced by Metro, titled Who, which shocked fans as everyone thought they hated each other and weren't even sure if this was an official collab or the DJ just put both their verses on a song together. But then just 2 months later, in the September of 2016, Thug would post a picture of him in the Future with the caption, "My brother, I'm sorry for the internet arguments," which seemingly ended the beef and showed, which led to him creating his own gang called YSL, standing for Young Slime Life. Later in his career, Thug would also launch his YSL label with that supposed.
So let me show y'all what because this is a huge part of it right here too.
Number 1 singles. 10.
So this is when he signed with Lear Cohen.
This year I want 10 number 1 singles. 10. If you don't freestyle and you actually work on the singles and record great choruses and develop your songs, yes, you just record so many songs and leave them like little orphans out there. Okay? Yeah. You have to come back to them.
No, I don't.
And yes, you do.
Hell no. You got the critics come back to them.
I understand that you're shy and you don't like doing it, but the fact of the matter is your fans actually want to hear from you.
Yeah, but we're not going to.
I don't need to.
Yeah, we do.
Because you still want him to be.
Stoner Life, which was Thug trying to create opportunities for his friends and family, further stating that they were not involved in any illegal street crime.
We slime. I don't know about the other niggas. We slime. That's why I said it's a family. Not no gang, none of it. It's a family.
Now, one of the co-founders of YSL, Tick, would state that the rock crew evolved into YSL because they developed a passion for music and no longer wanted to be associated with crime.
Was going through like a phase with the whole rock crew.
On his Instagram, wishing her a happy birthday, but Lucci would.
So here goes
Nut back in 2015, where they told him he was a prime suspect. Lil Woody stated while on the stand in the YSL Rico trial case that he continuously blamed Young Thug for the murder of Donovan Thomas to get the police off of him.
So it may seem like I'm trying to help Thug out. I'm not trying to help him out. I don't care nothing about him, what he got going on, nothing. I care about the truth. The truth was, I was going through a phase in my life, and I have put all the blame on him. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he got going on. But y'all got me on the stand, and I'm telling the God honest truth. Leave me out of this. I made all these stories up, put the blame on him to get myself out of the situation because the police told me they want a big fish, and I'm a little fish. They ain't who I want. So when they told me that, my only motive was to convince them that I'm telling the truth about this guy right here, and I'm lying.
In 2015, Lil Woody would also be texting Young Thug's sister, saying he is going to kill Thug. So personally, I don't know who Lil Woody was working for, because he also shot up Rich Homie Quan's father's barbershop.
Young, you say nothing I say can be used against me?
That's right.
Me and Threat shot up Rich Homie Quan Dad's barbershop on Bankhead. I don't know what happened with Threat and Rich Homie Quan, but I'ma ride with my brother.
Now this led to
that right there is showing you about Rich Homie Quan. Young Thug was just doing whatever he wanted to, and he was like, this shit is crazy, man.
Many people believing that Rich Homie Quan left Young Thug and Rich Gang because of the shooting of his father's barbershop and the murder of Big Nut. As at one point in time, Big Nut was Rich Homie Quan's manager, with both of these shootings being carried out by supposedly Lil Woody, who was somewhat affiliated with Young Thug. And literally yesterday in the YSL Rico trial, Lil Woody stated that he requested Young Thug to hire out this Grey Infinity for him, which was used in the murder of Donovan Donovan Thomas. Now the issue was, fans back in 2015 couldn't understand why Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug fell out, as in interviews they always stated that they never had beef, just business issues and misunderstanding, with the only differences it seemed like they had was when a fan grabbed Rich Homie Quan's leg at a show one time where he said, "I don't fuck with no fans, back your ass up, you're out here looking like Young Thug."
I'ma knock that out, bro. Get your ass, it's okay, man. Hey, bro, get way back away from it, Get in your ass, bro. I'm saying, bro, oh, fuck it, man. You back up your ass up, look over, look like Young Thug, man,
Which Thug responded with a tweet that read, "Homie, your little career almost over," but on that same day would also state that he forgives Quan by tweeting, "He didn't mean to say that, I'ma give him a pass." And a couple months later, Thug would also diss Rich Homie Quan at a show.
Yo, y'all tripping with his music.
RICO trial, they will uncover more information about the murder of Donovan Thomas and how it exactly went down. Now Lucci wouldn't be the only rapper that was posting Young Thug's children, as on the 13th of September in 2015, Florida rapper Plies would post a video of Thug's young...
He pulled up on Plies. I forgot about Plies. Young Thug people pulled up on Plies in Florida.
Daughter, where she repeatedly said, "I'm tired," which he would caption, "Current mood, I'm tired, brackets not tired," with the hashtags "beer feel like me beer," hashtag Plies, "ain't no mixtape of beer is digging in that nose."
Plies says the word beer as in bitch. So he called his daughter beer. And Thug got upset about that.
Same shit I be telling a bit. Not only is it quite weird to post another man's daughter on your Instagram page, but to also call her the B word in your caption is quite awful. Now Thug would of course respond to this, where at first he would comment under the post saying, "Get this shit off your page or it's a problem my fella, not asking no more slime," where soon after he would follow up with a fiery Instagram video.
Man, listen, I want everybody in the world to act this apply to this said, take this video of my daughter off of his page, calling her out her name. It's gonna be a problem. That video ain't down today on Everything I Love is problems, bro. Whatever you want to be with, ass.
Now Plies would record a video back saying that he didn't know that girl is Young Thug's daughter.
I never disrespect nobody, churn, never have and never will. I put up an IG poster of a little girl, I ain't know who the was. All I know, she was speaking on how I felt and still feel like she's speaking for me. And if you had a problem with it, ask me to take it down. You won't threaten me to do.
Nah, with Plies saying he would never disrespect someone's daughter, even though he did, and still hasn't taken down the video, Thug would again post another video in response.
Whoa, big guy. You sound like you're a little frustrated and mad. Knowing damn well you was dead ass wrong, big ass nigga. You said you don't disrespect a person kid, but you called my daughter a bitch several times. Get the video down for.
Now a couple days after this Instagram showdown, Young Thug would do an interview with DJ Holiday, who asked him about his lies. Thug explained that at first he went after the baby mother of his daughter for first of all posting the video of his daughter cussing on the internet, and then further argued that Plies is a 40-year-old man and should know better than to post people's kids on his Instagram.
So why'd you come at his neck like he knew exactly what was going on?
I ain't really come at him for putting it up because I'm gonna come at like the founder first. I'm come at mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Come at the first motherfucker, put it up, not the last one. But only reason why I was frustrated with him is because, you know, you 40-year-old ass man. You know better. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, you a rapper trying to turn to the meeting, you going too far. What the f is you doing? You putting a kid on your page cussing, that ain't cool. You trying to be too funny.
Now after this radio interview, things would go silent between the two for a couple of months, until the topic we brought up again in an interview in the January of 2016, where Thug would again explain that he wasn't upset with Plies posting the video to his Instagram, but the fact he called his daughter a beer.
And I understand, you know, where he come from, Florida, that's like a popular word, you know, they used to saying it, but, you know, I don't understand how you can, you know, it's some certain, you know, certain things you got.
Now, right here, I actually agree with Thug. I agree with that. You call my daughter a bitch, like, we're gonna have a problem.
The tone, you know, you can't, I don't understand how you can call a little girl the B word too many times.
Yeah.
I might slap the man.
Yeah.
I might slap man when I see him, man. I swear to God.
Now, in an interview with Complex just around a month later, Plies would clap back, saying, "I don't play with a certain tier of artists. Like you're trying to get poppin' and I don't F with lower tier artists, I just don't. Don't you go back and forth with a mother that ain't on your level," which was probably Plies taking shots at Young Thug, only selling 10,000 copies of his recent project, I'm Up, which dropped around 3 weeks prior. A day after this interview went up, Thug clapped back with a set of tweets. Plies, I'm a millionaire P-boy, and I bought my whole family cars, houses, have you lil fella? Plies, go check the numbers pussy, I got way more hits than you could ever have, and you twice my age, sob emoji, laugh emoji, sob emoji, laugh emoji. Bag your old ass up. Plies, you need a tour. Plies, you disrespect kids F-boy, nobody F's with that type. Always remember, I'm up. I don't care enough to show my money, I like to gamble. And from what I can find on the internet, it seemed like these tweets caused Plies to back off and not respond to Thug, as it seemed like nothing happened after this. Another petty internet beef you could say, I guess, but...
No. Something happened. Young Thug's people pulled up on Plies also. But Plies stayed quiet, so Thug didn't show the video. There's a video of the game apologizing. There's a video of Plies apologizing. There's videos of a couple people apologizing. I ain't gonna say who else, but they have these videos. Plies just decided not to say nothing else.
But really, it was just Thug trying to defend his daughter and coming out on top. On the 21st of April in 2020, French Montana said that he believed he was on the same level as Kendrick Lamar in terms of hits. If we're just talking about anthems...
This is the New York rapper that I was telling you about earlier. He literally pulled up to his house 3 o'clock in the morning.
Me versus Kendrick hit for hit. I believe I can go neck for neck. I've been making hits for a long time. It ain't my fault I believe in myself. How was I supposed to answer that question? How many times I got to prove myself before I get mine? And after receiving nothing but a wave of hate in his replies, he would follow up with another tweet saying he has nothing but love for Kendrick. I love Kendrick. That's not just for Kendrick, that's to anybody they put in front of me, and ask me that same question. What you want me to say, lol? It shouldn't be your attitude too. If you think any less of yourself, don't blame it on the next person who don't set it up. Now, I understand where French is coming from, you know, having
Steps, you're hold a cap.
Hold a
Fuck
cap.
with you though. I wouldn't worry about 21 Savage before me and Kendrick, you heard?
Boy, go worry about them niggas.
Hold a cap.
Now French would start getting disrespectful, obviously making fun of Thug supposedly being gay, as Thug would then respond.
Alright, hold on, I went a little too far. Let's see.
Of me and ask me that same question. What you want me to say, lol? It shouldn't be your attitude too. If you think any less of yourself, don't blame it on the next person who don't set it up. Now, I understand where French is coming from, you know, having self-believe in yourself and thinking you're the greatest, but Thug would see this and would put out a video in response.
Stupid he got more hits than Kendrick Lamar. Fool.
French would then respond to Thug, where he made fun of him for wearing a skirt.
Hey Thug, man. Thank you for wearing that skirt for me on those styles, you heard? Hold a cap.
Hold a
Fuck
cap.
with you though. I wouldn't worry about 21 Savage before me and Kendrick, you heard?
Boy, go worry about them niggas.
Hold a cap.
Now French would start getting disrespectful, obviously making fun of Thug supposedly being gay, as Thug would then respond to French saying he was only trying to address the disrespect French was putting on Kendrick Lamar's name, and that Thug doesn't benefit from beefing someone like him. And whilst this entire beef was going down, 21 Savage would also put out a tweet saying Thug is the newest inductee in the Hall of Cap, which wasn't a diss, but that was because Thug missed one of his flights to see 21, which he addressed in this video.
French Montana. Listen, bro. Get out of your feelings. I'm only speaking from an artist standpoint. You do not have nowhere near more hits than Kendrick Lamar whatsoever. You probably won't ever have more hits than Buddy. So, get that out of your head. I don't know what you're taking, but get that out of your head. Second of all, I got off the phone with Savage. I told him I was coming to in Atlanta for a few days. I supposed to get on the jet yesterday, and I supposed to get on the jet today, but I ain't make it. So that's why he put it up and said, I'm in the Hall of Cap. We don't got no smoke with each other. Third of all,
That's what I forget for even like you. I wore that dress in your video just to show love and support, because I only put that dress on when it's real, when I feel like it's real love, or what it's supposed to be. That's the only time I do that type of shit, because I thought it was love, but that's the things I get for fucking nigga like you. But it's okay. I know you smoke dope. I don't even get cool points in my hood or in no hood for even talking to suckers like you. Like, I don't even talk to niggas like you, bro. Like, stay in your lane, I stay in my lane, bro. You ain't even on my level when it come down to getting no business handled or none of that. Like, you're a bro. I'm not finna argue with you on the internet. I'm not finna argue with no rap on the internet, no none of that, because I know that's what the critics and the white people and the motherfucking society, I know that's what they want. This what they get a rush off. So I don't even want to have no problems. Not problems. I love problems. I don't even want to have no back and forth internet smoke with none of you put. Especially no, bro. Like, this with M's, bro. This come with batters, bro. Like, you ain't gonna kill nothing and let nothing die. We don't even got no time to have no smoke with each other. Like, it ain't that serious. You know what's up with me, bro. You know.
And in French Montana's response, he would continue making fun of Thug for being gay, as he would respond with a picture of a man that looks like young Thug in a skirt, which actually isn't Thug. French would also caption this post with, "Had to wear the skirt to tuck the scat, line up, have changed young Thug versus French Montana hits. Since you want to jump in some shit that..."
And mind you, French Montana got gay accusations himself, because this nigga is like Diddy's little side chick. French Montana is literally Diddy's side chick. Like, what the fuck is French Montana talking shit about somebody being gay for, where he up under damn Diddy like he his girlfriend or something?
"I had nothing to do with you. Don't talk money to me, my boy. That's really you up there. Hashtag that's a fact. Hashtag cool points." Thug would then drop another video in response, making fun of French Montana for showing off his luxurious items and his pool. We would also laugh at French for blocking him and that he is not the guy in the picture wearing the skirt.
We ain't even talk about these fake ass Bugattis and fake ass houses with these pools you can put out of in the next 2-3 years and all that cheese ass jewelry. We ain't even gonna talk about none of that. Like, that is the topic of, I guess. Showing videos, pool in front of your pool. Yeah, I got a pool, nigga. Man, motherfucker slossing in LA with a pool. You ain't got them doing nothing. Show me a pool inside the ocean. Like, you showing me a pool? Smallest house in LA got a pool. Oh, yeah. Your spot out right now. You gonna put it on Instagram. I bet you put it on Instagram, nigga, at your house, huh? On God. You blocked from your page. I'm on your my fake page. Can't about to black me. I still see it. You post a picture. That ain't me on that picture. Lane green ass. The whole world been thinking that too, man. I'm 56. I'm gonna say something about that, man. That ain't me with that ugly ass skirt on with that hat. Bullshit.
Thug would then follow up with another video, threatening to call up Meek Mill, as he supposedly has a video of French getting beat up, which Thug wants to post.
Get my phone. I'm finna call Meek right now. Get my phone. I'm finna call Meek. I'm finna show your man. Get my phone. I'm finna make you send me the video. Just get my phone. I'm finna show everybody. I'm finna show the whole world you getting knocked out, bitch. Get my phone. I bet Meek find that video. Man, what hey, Meek, where they knocked his ass out at, man? Where it was, man? I'm finna get the video, man. Cause you a real you got the video. Hey, where I can get that video from, Meek?
Thug will then post one more video,
That's you with that skirt, man. I'm gonna film the video like this. That's how you like it. You must have fell on your head, or them jeans you got on too tight. Fake Bugattis, fake houses. Still got a full computer full of your motherfuckers. You been on my since day one before you. Bro, are you talking about millions? You talking about houses and water? I wasn't even trying to show you no pool. What are you talking about, man? And if Meek got some footage like that, tell him to show it to you. I'll give you $1 million. Show it. Does it look like we get beat up? Does it look like hands on me? I've been in the game for 20 years. It's fucking crazy, nigga.
later down the line in an interview with the Breakfast Club.
If you watched the internet yesterday, Thug told you why everyone left. It had nothing to do with Kendrick.
Okay.
I never disrespected my fiance. I never, you know what I'm saying? I never like step in the middle of nobody, especially when I consider somebody as a friend. You know what I'm saying? We was at a video shoot, and we was all drunk. It was Megan Thee Stallion, shout out to Megan Thee Stallion, and it was just like an atmosphere with people. And I don't remember this. I said something. How like tried to holler at her. I don't remember, and I would never do that. He had hit me, and I'm like, bro, nobody would never do that. Like if she told me that, like, I would never try to holler at you. Cause first of all, if you put her in front of me right now, I wouldn't even recognize her. You know what I'm saying? I don't disrespect no woman. So
would you apologize then?
Yeah, I apologized to him. I was like, bro, if that happened, my bad. You know what I'm saying? I would never do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to disrespect nobody, especially wife. So I told him that, and I saw him 2 months ago at the weekend birthday party. I went up to him personally by myself, and I tapped him on his shoulder. He turned around. I gave him a pound just to let him know there's like, let's forget it, but let's not beef over something. If I did it, then I would have beefed with him about it, but I didn't do it. So I thought everything was cool. Then this Kendrick thing go out.
He responded kind of quickly too. You're right.
You feel me? So that didn't come from no me and Kendrick. You could tell because he had all that held in because he didn't stop all night.
Now after this, the beef dragged out for a little bit until around a month later in the April of 2020, Thug and Chris Brown dropped their collaborative project Slime and B, which sold a very poor 19k in its first week, which led to French making a comment about not wanting to start beef because he's cool with both artists. But it was still kind of a diss. I'll be dead wrong if I say something, but you know, I love Chris and we squashed the drama with Thug, and I really like this album. I think it should have been promoted more. Now Thug felt the sarcasm in this comment, which led to him putting a response on his story explaining the low sales. We put it out on SoundCloud for free about 3 days, auntie. We didn't want to do the whole label thing, but only because he wanted to put it out on his B-day, now mind your little biz. Thug would also post another story telling French to not make him mad because he'll drop his album right now. Now just a short time later, French would go on live with Fat Joe and tell the world that his beef with Young Thug is squashed.
You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, I want everybody to do their thing. I ain't got no beef with them. It wasn't no real beef. Miscommunication about something.
And even in a 2024 interview with Fad, explained it was nothing serious and it's now squashed.
You and Young kind of going at it around this?
Yeah, we had a little something, but me and him cool now.
Okay.
Yeah,
so no big deal.
Yeah, it was a little back and forth.
But French wouldn't be the only rapper Thug would be beefing in 2020, as later on in this year, Thug would also get into a dispute with Pusha T. Shortly after the release of Pop Smoke's posthumous album Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, released on the 3rd of July in 2020, an unreleased track called Paranoia would surface on the internet, featuring Gunna, Young Thug, and Pusha T, which apparently was supposed to be on the album, with Steven Victor, head of Pop Smoke's label.
Alright, so y'all got the gist of it. This nigga just, hold on, let me see what this is.
To slap them.
So of course I'm slapping that Lieutenant, I'm slapping that Sauce. I'm slapping the hell out y'all, little nigga.
Though he didn't direct his disses at any names, Thug got the hint, which led to him leaving a comment which read, "It's up." Walker chose to interpret Thug's comment as fighting words, to which he responded accordingly. "Thug, stop acting like I didn't press you in Houston, G5 strip club last year in real life, no rapping facts. No man in the dress can fade me. Boy, get off my page before I punch you and your weak ass security down when I beat you. I live in the sky. It's always up and stuck with me." Now in the March of 2019, Thug on IG Live as usual talking to fans. However, halfway through he took the time to address Wife and Lucci and Source Walker, threatening to slap them.
So of course I'm slapping that Lieutenant, I'm slapping that Sauce. I'm slapping the hell out y'all, little nigga. Stop playing with me. Don't even play with me because they know what time it is. Like, so for y'all to play with me, just really tell me, like, confirm that y'all don't know what time it is, But y'all feel like I'm a hoe, or y'all feel like y'all play with me, or I feel some type of way. You feel a weird way about me, like a nigga may feel something like, so I'm a bitch, I don't care, bro. I want water. So, you gonna get that. I'm getting you all that.
Now of course, Sauce Walker wouldn't take lightly to Young Thug's comments and would reply back with a fiery video making fun of Young Thug's gender-fluid fashion sense.
This motherfucking message right here is for young hug, young boy, young motherfucking dress. You know who the fuck I'm talking about, you. Bro, let's get this understood, bro. You are a fucking transsexual. You are a sexual. You are a like now nigga no motherfucking dress with lipstick or makeup, whatever, put their motherfucking hands on me.
Sauce Walker would also post a video of Young Thug boxing where him and his friends would laugh at him.
The pose, he thought he was finna get some clout. Where you at? I want all the green. You got out. I want all the. That's what you did. That's what you did with your homeboys, huh? That's what you and your homeboys did, huh? With your dumb ass.
Sauce Walker would continue making fun of Thug though, as he would also post 2 more videos, one which would be Big Baby Flava buying a dress, presumably in reference to Thug's Jeffrey cover.
Give my baby them the dress. You hear that shit? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, give my baby that dress right there. It's slime. Get slime dress. Hey, yo. Man, say young Thug. I'm gonna walk them talking about, man. You know what I'm talking about, man? Hey, man, I bought a dress for my man. Slime, baby. Hey, man, you my whoa. My whole alone, boy. Fuck all the wrong with that. What you talking about? Yeah. I mean, I bring it to Splash Town for my Thug, man. That whole went. Hey, listen. Hey, you Thug. I ain't gonna lie. I would've went to Chanel and got you one, but I thought Fashion House was a little better. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, this Fashion House. Here, where this bitch. This whole. Hey, what the? Slide your cute ass up in this hill. $40.
He wouldn't stop there, as he would then later share another video, this time a screen recording of Thug, captioned, "Who's more intimidating, Young Thug or the guy with a gun?"
Wow.
The beef would then continue a year later in 2020, as on the 11th of April, Sauce Walker would challenge Thug to a boxing match via Instagram. Now Thug would respond by commenting, "You need to put that money into your homies, build your label up. I'm sure it's fellas around you without. Put them fellas to work too. Boss up, little brother. I don't want no smoke with."
All right. I don't have enough. I got so much more shit, but I'm finna go because it's 5 o'clock and y'all already know what time it is. Drop the broccoli emojis in the chat. I'm about to go. I got so much more shit. I'm like, damn, I ain't even played this video. I got so much more shit, but I may do a part 3 or just leave it alone. But my point of playing all of this is 2 things. 1, black men can't call women these little childish little people when these grown ass 40-year-old, 30-year-old men are online going back and forth with each other about dresses and all this stupid shit and trying to pull up on each other. It's sad. It's embarrassing. And I think we need to just get rid of all rap and just throw it all in the trash, because it promotes this childish, like niggas and still in high school type shit. Niggas talking about each other daughters and shit. It's just sad. It's just disgusting. You don't see no other grown men in any other industry acting like this. So in all honesty, I think rap is literally a daycare center. I think record companies are literally banks mixed with daycare centers, where they get these little stupid ass, childish thinking grown ass men, giving them some money, and they go buy 12 chains, and now they walk around looking like idiots with 12 chains on and shit, with bees in they goddamn head, dresses on, and they beefing with each other. And then what's crazy is they actually unalive each other in real life because they're so goddamn stupid. So the ego that Marlo Stanfield had of, I'm gonna unalive anybody that talks shit about me, is infectious, because now Young Thug is running around threatening to unalive people for calling him gay. Bro, just be gay. Just be whatever it is that you want to be. Just leave young people out of it And we need to stop buying rap music altogether. I don't give a shit who comes out. Just stop buying rap music. Rap music is the devil and is over. We need to just stop all the shit because it's all stupid and dysfunctional. And it done transpired over here to freaking YouTube. The shit is all gay. So that's my point of doing this video. We need to lock all these stupid ass idiots up and just get them out of here and just kick them out of our community. So no, women are not just the problem. These niggas are the goddamn problem too. So I'm about to eat me some salmon and broccoli. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day and be safe out there. I'm out.
How about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or past family issues come up. But when you play decisions, you understand person's issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna
really
get wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.